right, 6 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, welcome to this Thursday edition of the MJ broadcast. MJ here. I got Fester. I guess Roxanne's coming. Is she just running late because of her kids or some kind of drill or whatever?
All right, did you see the text?
I did not.
Okay, she sent us a message.
No, she's walking in right now.
About 15 minutes ago, and she's like, hey, guys, I might be a little late. And then she says, in the text message, I had to fix something at my sister's house. So it leads me to believe there was a major appliance issue or something, or what did you have to
hold
fix?
on. Let her get all unwound over here. We'll get to the bottom of... listen, she's walking in 20 seconds late.
No problem.
I don't care. Well, I do, because I'd like everyone to be in place. It's just a little chaotic. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, Fester.
Yes.
Would you do me a favor? I want you to repeat after me.
What's up?
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, all right. Put a little more effort into it. Put a little more emotion, a little more depth.
Do you know who I am?
No,
isn't it?
Your inflection at the end was not good.
You know what it needs to be? Can I tell you what it needs to be?
Yeah.
MJ, I'm going to edit this a little bit. Don't you know who I am? Needs to be don't you know?
No.
I think it's due. Yeah, it's due.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? Say it again.
Do you know who I am?
It's getting better.
Okay, it's getting better.
Yeah.
The end is just a little unnatural, but just do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
No. That's it. No, that wasn't it.
What is wrong with you? Come on,
I have to work through the process.
Listen,
the emphasis is on do. It's not I or
do
am.
you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
That's okay.
Who are you?
Fester, one more time.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, God,
No, that was not it.
What?
Do you know who I am?
No, that wasn't it either.
Yes, it was it. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Fester, one more time.
Do you know who I am?
Listen, I'm wondering
Yes.
if you are going to use that line when you get pulled over by a cop, and that's going to happen at any time. Are you going to pull the, do you know who I am? Are you going to pull that when you get pulled over? You're going to get lit up. I was behind Fester this morning, and, dude, you were like schizophrenic with your lane changes, zero turn signal. You're clearly operating that 2010 Cadillac to its virtual acceleration max.
That's hot.
What? Are you giving me a Paris Hilton? That's hot?
Listen.
When I see Fester on the road and I just see him like taking that Lincoln as hard as it'll go.
It's not a Lincoln.
Whatever.
The Lincoln is retired.
The Lincoln is dead. The Lincoln's up for scrap.
So
this is his new old car.
Yes.
Fester buys his wife a $70,000 Lexus Model Y.
Tesla model.
What'd I say?
A Lexus.
Correction. I'm sorry. I meant to say Tesla.
Yeah, one of those electric plug-in cars.
Yeah. So Fester gave money to Elon Musk, which I don't know why. And it's very fitting that you bought your wife a Model Y because I asked the question, why? So you get your wife a new car, but you're coming off of a 2004 Lincoln Town Car, which you finally effed up the transmission on because you should not have changed the transmission fluid.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
So then you buy a new old car. So now you're in a 2010 Cadillac DTS. And I was behind you this morning. You left me in the dust. I mean, I was looking at your taillights a half mile down the road, but not one turn signal on the Howard Franklin Bridge, not one turn signal when we got off on the Ulmerton MLK exit, and then, again, your speed. I mean, you're going to get pulled over. So that's why I was asking, are you going to pull the, do you know who I am? Are you going to pull that garbage?
Yes.
Are you going to try that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
Actually, I've been pulled over several times before, and there's notes on my file.
Yeah.
So they already know who I am when they walk up to
Okay,
the door.
yeah, sure. There are notes on your file.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Very large man.
The file that's available to any law enforcement agency that pulls you over, there are notes. It's like the like the Seinfeld episode on Elaine's file when she goes from doctor to doctor.
If you get pulled over and you think the officer doesn't know everything about you just by your tag number and who it's registered to and who that person is.
Of course they know that. They bring it up in the computer and the DMV stuff comes up, but it's not going to say... this fat dude is Fester from the MJ Morning Show. I'm just saying, dude, when was the last time you were pulled over?
It's been years since I've been pulled over. It's been years.
That's going to come to an end because the way you're like shifting lanes, not signaling, you're driving too fast, it is just a matter of time before you get lit up and pulled over. And I just wanted to know if you're going to pull do you know who I am?
I don't think...
Yes, Roxanne?
I don't think it starts like that. I think it's more like this. Hey, officer, do you listen to the MJ Morning Show by any chance?
I've never.
And then you segue into it that way. I don't think
Okay.
it's a straight, do you know who
All
I
right,
am?
can I do traffic now?
Oh, do you know who Pat is?
All right, 606.
Do you know who Pat is?
Hey, we got Aerosmith tickets this morning. That'll happen in the 9 o'clock hour. Look, you guys, I ran out of traffic bed here.
Can we replay it?
No, I'll hit the News Radio 88 WCBS traffic sounder from 1979 and grab the latest from Pat with traffic. Hey, Pat.
Just took a sweep of Pinellas County through the cameras and the maps and checked with the agencies, and they said it's real quiet for this Thursday morning. Same story in Hillsborough County. I-4 looks great, 275 and 75 still. Trying to wake up, and the bridges are still up to...
6:18 here on a Thursday. Don't forget, Aerosmith ticket giveaway week continues. It was announced that Aerosmith is launching their so-called farewell, peace out, sayonara. Don't let the butt hit you in the door. Don't let your butt hit you in the door on the way out.
That's not how that starts.
I know. I just finished up the mistake. I caught myself halfway through, but I just
kept rolling.
That would be a good name for a tour. Don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out tour. Yeah, put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's catchy.
Anyway, Aerosmith tickets in the 9 o'clock hour, all part of, MJ Operation 9. That's Operation MJ 9. Make sure you listen all the way through the entire MJ Morning Show. Hey, some of our best material comes in the 9 o'clock hour. So make sure you figure out a way to listen. I mean, whether it's conventionally on the regular radio or whether you listen to us on one of the apps, the Odyssey app, AUDACY, grab that. The iHeart app, the TuneIn app, my Q105 app. Yeah, you just get one of these apps and then just search for Q105 Tampa, and you can listen on your phone, like it's regular radio in your car or at home or whatever, or you can listen on your computer. Listen on your computer speakers. Just go to mjmorningshow.com, and you'll see the red Listen Live button in the upper right-hand corner. Click on it, and we'll come out of your computer speakers. So make sure you're listening. All right, so Aerosmith tickets in the 9 o'clock hour. Keep listening. It's the farewell Peace Out Tour, and we've got Aerosmith here in October on the 11th, and we've got tickets later on. Stand by. Tablet tag begins on Monday. Tick, 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 tick. Tablet tag, the beginning of 40 tablets to be given away. These are Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets. These are full Windows 11 computers. I love this computer. I use one every day. It's my go-to for all my work and prep during the day for both of my shows. And we're giving away 40 of these things. 40. Every single hour for 2 weeks straight during the MJ Morning Show. So Monday through Friday next week, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock hours, and then we do it again the next week. Tablet tag brought to you by Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. Thanks to twocollegebrothers.com. Two College Brothers Moving and Storage, smartest move you'll ever make. And that starts on Monday morning at 6 a.m. So make sure you're listening. All right, Roxanne. You were a few minutes late, or a few seconds late, I should say.
20 seconds.
Few seconds. I corrected myself. You were a few seconds late. And going back and looking at the text, it said that you had to fix something at your sister's house. So
yeah.
What did you have to fix at your sister's house in the 5 a.m. hour on a Thursday?
Well, we're staying there, my daughters and I, because Doug's gone. And these
do you do that all the time? Are you afraid to stay in your house when Big Doug is gone?
Not at all afraid to stay in my house. But funny thing happens when I leave for work in the morning. Those kids don't get themselves ready and drive themselves to school.
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
I mean, listen,
6-year-old and the 3-year-old, they can't.
Come on, you teach them young.
Right?
Fend for yourself. Come on.
Isn't that crazy?
If you pamper them and you coddle them their whole lives, they're going to turn out to be like totally dependent. You got to just let them fend for themselves.
I know.
You leave at 5:30 in the morning to come to work to do the MJ Morning Show with us. Leave the 3 and 6-year-old.
Right.
Let them fight.
Let them crack some eggs, cook some bacon.
Exactly. Turn on the stove. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, let them operate under their own devices. You got to throw the bird out of the nest at some point.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm so protective.
I think 3 and 6 is a good age to do that.
Yeah.
It's
a good age.
Start him young. Instead of that, we sort of just vagabond around town. So we stayed at my mom's house one night.
Right.
We stayed at my sister's 2 nights, and so we were staying.
How about a shelter?
We could do that too.
Go to a shelter.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And as long as they can get my kids to school in the morning, that'll be helpful. So we stayed there last night.
At your sister's house?
At my sister's house.
Is your sister's house close to your house?
5 minutes.
Not bad.
Yeah, we have the same address, too.
Okay.
Isn't that funny? And same
hold
numbers.
On. You guys have the same numbers for your address?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep, we do.
So your house is like 123 and her house is 123?
Yeah.
Hey, I once had a gun serial number. Well, I still have the gun. Where the serial number is 1 digit off from my address. It's actually my neighbor's address.
You know who to bring it back to. We'll get close.
I just thought that was funny.
It's hysterical.
It's a Robocall R9, by the way, which is not a very common piece, but still like it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so anyways, it is Mercury retrograde. It is the season for things to be broken.
Oh
and
no!
have to
Here
fix things.
comes Mercury.
Yep.
I thought Mercury retrograde was over.
No, it doesn't end. I believe it's the 14th. So I think we've got three more days, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll double check that.
You think that Mercury? What the hell is Mercury? Mercury, the planet,
Yes,
enters
it's moving backwards, retrograde.
It's moving backward.
Yes.
Where's it going? Does it have that little beep 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 when it moves backward?
It does.
It's a planet, so it's pretty large.
Beep beep beep. When the garbage truck backs up, beep beep. So when Mercury backs up, does it do that?
It does.
All right, excellent.
Yes.
All right, so Mercury retrograde, and what does this have to do with something breaking at your sister's house?
Because sometimes during Mercury retrograde, they say things are more likely to break.
Mm-hmm.
It's a time to repair.
Okay.
During retrograde, you redo things. It's think of RE activities.
Okay.
Okay. And so, as a matter of fact, yesterday I had to repair my internet. My internet broke. And
Would you dig up the fiber optic cable of the neighborhood and splice it back together?
Okay. All right, hold on. Unplugging and replugging
No.
your computer is not repairing your internet.
Would you reset your router? Is that it? You just had to pull the plug on your router and push it back in? And now you're qualified to get a job at Spectrum or something.
No. She got a ditch witch and she made a trench and she laid some cables.
listen. I was on the phone for 45 minutes, and about 10 minutes before the call ended, it still wasn't working. And she's like, "Okay, do you have a paperclip?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have a paperclip." And then you have to mess with the back of it with the paperclip.
You mean you got to find that little tiny pinhole?
Yep.
And stick it in.
I count that as me fixing my internet.
Oh, okay. So 45 minutes on the phone with whom? Was that Frontier or Spectrum? Who provides your internet?
It was Frontier.
So you've got Frontier fibered.
Yes, I do. Fiber. Yes, I do.
You used to have Verizon Fios.
Correct.
And now you've got the Frontier.
Yes.
Whatever they call it. Okay.
I do.
I've got both. So in my house, because I kind of rely on the internets, and when I say I have the internets, I do have I do have the internets because I've got the formerly Verizon Fios, now Frontier fiber coming in, and then I also have Spectrum as a backup.
You can do a taste test, and which is more reliable. So, anyways, I fixed that, and then this morning at my sister's house,
you stuck a paper clip into the reset hole.
Into the reset hole, and I felt very accomplished afterwards.
Right, excellent.
It's kind of great customer service because it's builds your self-esteem as well.
It's very handy, Roxy. You're very handy so far.
So, what did you have to fix at your sister's house at 5:00 in the morning?
A toilet. Her toilet wouldn't flush. And I thought to myself, you know what?
Would the chain get bunched up?
Yeah. So I thought to myself.
Did I just diagnose it?
You diagnosed it.
You had to untangle the chain.
Yes, I did.
Attached to the flapper.
I did. Yes, I did. I got back there and I just opened it up. I said,
what's the condition of your sister's flapper?
It's straight now.
But the flapper.
Is it still spring?
Well, all I know is that Tampa City water sucks so bad. It eats away my flappers.
Oh,
so I got
to,
or it warps, or Tampa. And this is up in, so you don't get Tampa City water. You get Hillsborough County water. So I don't know if your water is any better than the city of Tampa water, but my water, it sucks.
Yeah, I think her flappers were okay.
Okay, because my flappers get eaten away.
Yeah.
Plumbing 101, flapper maintenance is very important.
I've got to go get a whole bunch of Toto flappers and redo my flappers.
Yep.
All right, so you untangled the little stainless steel chain.
Yes, I did. And I just thought to myself, I was like, I'm going to be late.
Can I ask a question that might be a little grotesque?
I know what you're going to ask. No, it was just number one.
I was going
was that the question?
I was going to ask, what did Roxanne not want to leave in the toilet with the non-flush?
No.
Yeah.
This was my thought. I was like, okay, I might be a little bit late. I'll let the guys know because I don't want my sister to wake up and have 4 kids to get ready for school and then have to deal with a broken toilet.
Oh, I thought you just didn't want to worry about, previously dropping off the kids at the pool or something. I'm just thinking.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So congratulations. You're now a master plumber. Yeah.
I do feel
Guess
very
what?
handy.
Hey, Joe Gonzalez Plumbing, supplier of the fried turkey van. Hey, Joe Gonzalez, super plumber, Gonzalez Plumbing. If you're looking for a new master plumber, Roxanne is your babe.
Right here.
That's right.
I did it. No, seriously, Doug does all this stuff.
Man.
I feel pretty handy this morning, guys.
Fantastic. Hey, speaking of Mercury retrograde, I see that Fester brought up something on the computer. Mercury retrograde dates for 2023. Mercury 2023
Yeah,
will be in retrograde from April 21st until May 14th.
Yep.
From August 23rd until September 14th. Did I see? I thought I had it in my pile, and I didn't get to this. I think like a week or 10 days ago, or maybe it was around the beginning of the last retrograde start of April 21st. I thought I saw a story that Wendy's, the actual fast food chain Wendy's, I thought I saw that they were offering like free crap for Mercury retrograde. Is that true?
I'll look it up.
All right, type in Mercury retrograde Wendy's and then free. Oh, look at this. Right here. Look, food and wine. Hold on. Food and wine. Go ahead. April 21st, 2023. Wendy's is giving away free food for 3 full weeks while Mercury's in retrograde.
See?
If your day is going wrong in 1,000 little ways, whether you sent an email to the wrong person, blah, 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 today is the start of 3 weeks of mistakes, miscommunications, minor mishaps, all courtesy of the little red planet. I don't believe in this Mercury retrograde. So what the hell is Wendy's doing? Hold on.
You can score a buy one, get one free premium sandwich.
Okay.
That's
So
what they do.
you can score a BOGO $1 premium sandwich. Why does it say one?
Okay, so you buy one, get one for $1.
Oh, is that what
so
it is?
you buy a sandwich for $5, and then it's BOGO $1.
Well, that's not free then.
It's not buy one, get. It's not BOGO off.
All right. So anyway, the deal for the week between Monday, May 1st and the 7th was a free 6-piece crispy or spicy nuggets with any purchase. What about the? Okay, so Mercury menu wraps up with a free hot and crispy fry of any size between Monday, May 8th and Sunday, May 14th.
That's this week.
Wow. All right. I told you. Wendy's is doing some kind of Mercury retrograde thing. So you're all into Mercury retrograde. Did you take advantage of the free stuff at Wendy's?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking, Roxanne, I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry, I was texting.
Her kids
Yeah,
lived
do me a favor.
Yes.
Pay attention to the show.
Oh, okay.
That comes
Yes.
before you texting.
Her
I'm like
kids-
looking
well-
at you having a conversation, not even paying attention. 'Cause
I
you're
know
over
you
there.
said something about Mercury retrograde and Wendy's.
All right, that's it. All right. Listen, Roxanne, you got to be able to balance,
well, okay, then
paying
guess
attention.
what? I'm not going to text then for the rest of the day.
Do
How
it
about
during,
that?
Do it during commercial breaks
So
or
you
something.
just want me to text during commercial breaks, but yet you want to know what the texters are saying. That's odd. How can I do both?
But I'm having a whole conversation with you and you're not paying attention. I got to repeat everything.
Well, the listeners may have missed some of it as well. They're busy texting me.
Is Roxanne and the texter are in the same boat?
It's 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. I have a whole story on multitasking, and we'll get to
Let's
that
get
later
to
on.
that.
A lot of people think they can do it, and they can't. That's my tease for 7:45 this morning. Ironically, coincidentally, Mercury retrogradely. All right, so we'll get into that. Hey, I've got early morons in the news, a great pile of idiot stories that will make you feel better because no matter how bad your day's going, man, these guys have a much worse day. So morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. I love that. Like, what a song. I got bills. I got to pay. I got morons in the news I got to do.
Yeah, Lunch Money Lewis.
What is it? What I say? Lunchbox Williams?
Something like that. That's his brother.
So what's the dude's name?
Lunch Money Lewis.
Yeah, Lunch Money Lewis. Man, that's catchy stuff right there. All right, early morons in the news. Now, when it comes to a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, you pay at the front desk when you check in. I mean, you got to put your credit card down, or you.
They want your driver's license too.
I don't go to many hotels that like take cash, I guess, or I guess I don't go to many hotels where the clientele are paying by cash, or have
renting by the hour,
or have weekly rates.
I mean, could you pay with cash at a hotel?
Well, yeah. I mean, there are. I don't think it's more the high end hotels where many people pay by cash. But let me tell you where I'm headed on this.
All right.
I saw a story out of Pennsylvania, and this guy leads cops on a 10-minute high-speed chase, and it all has to do with him not paying for his motel room. So I'm just trying to piece this together. So a man led Pennsylvania state troopers on a 10-minute chase. he failed to pay for his room at a Red Roof Inn in Washington County, Pennsylvania. So they tried to approach him. Then he led troopers on a 10-minute chase. The incident happened on Sunday, a little before 3:30 p.m. Cops were called to the Red Roof Inn after Levi Araford, 20 years old, of Cannonsburg. Oh, Cannonsburg.
Where's that?
Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. The dude's from Cannonsburg.
What's significant about Cannonsburg?
You don't know what's significant about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania?
No.
Oh, my God. Really? Fester, don't look it up. Do not.
Doesn't.
All right, let's go to phones. Early phones right now. Does anyone know what's significant about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania? Let's go. 800. Don't Google it. 800-990-1047. Any of our early listeners right now, do you know what's significant about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania? 800-990-1047, if you know.
Is it near Lehigh?
I have no idea. All right. Anyway, so this dude didn't pay for his room at the Red Roof Inn. But again, don't you prepay. They've got your credit card on file. Now, I don't know if a 20-year-old Levi here from Pennsylvania, I don't know if this dude has a credit card. And this is an example where some of your cheaper hotels will take cash. But again, most hotels require a deposit, the credit card down for incidentals or any kind of damage.
Stiffing a hotel seems like it's something of yesteryear.
Well, exactly.
Like gas and goes.
What's that term? There's a term, defrauding an innkeeper. Seriously.
That's a charge.
It is. I'm telling you. That's like a sort of an arcane law on the books. It's defrauding an innkeeper. So I guess this guy got behind. He owed the Red Roof Inn money. No. You gotta, if you're doing a cash deal or whoever stays in your hotel, motel, you gotta make sure that you got payment. So this guy didn't pay for his room, which again, this is foreign to me because, you pay when you check in.
When was the last time you were at the Red Roof Inn?
I don't know if I've ever been to a Red Roof Inn.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Anyway, so he failed to pay for the room. The police tried to make contact with him at a nearby Denny's parking lot, but instead he got into his car and he blasted out of there. He just went like this. Out of the Denny's next door to the Red Roof Inn, and boom, 10-minute car chase with the Pennsylvania State Police going, woo, 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 woo. Finally, they got him pulled over, and they arrested him, and they now have him in the Washington County Jail in Pennsylvania. But I was just fascinated that he didn't pay for his hotel room or motel room. And listen, my experience is they've got your credit card, or if you got cash, you throw them out if they don't pay. If they're paying by cash, you've got to be in positive territory if you don't pay for the room. Do they extend credit? Oh, I'll pay you. I stayed there on Wednesday night. I'll pay you on Thursday or Friday. Does that work?
Well, when police pulled him over, they found him with all of the towels.
Yeah.
And the whole cart of mini shampoos.
All right, hold on. I asked people, what do they know about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania? Why is it famous, at least to me? Tammy, what is so special about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania?
Sarah's Candies.
Sarah's Candies? Ow.
No. We had that answer on the text line.
Really? Tammy, what's Sarah's Candies?
It's a big candy chocolate distributor.
Really? Well, no, that's not why Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania sticks out to me. But, hey, Tammy, if you say so, I do appreciate you guessing.
Hey, man, go over to the Golden Diamond source. They have it.
Hey, say it again?
I said...
what did she say?
Nothing. Right. She's talking about jewelry stores.
All right, anyway. All right, so, no, that's not it. It's not candy in Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. All right, hold on a second.
So the Sarris, Sarris candies is what she thought. She said Sarah's candy. It's Sarris Candy, which is a high-end candy factory in Cannonsburg.
Sarris Candy. Gotcha. All right, I got Ginger. Let me see if I can grab Ginger. Ginger, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, thanks.
All right, Ginger, why am I asking about Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania?
Well, I'm from that area, and all I can think of is Perry Como was born there.
Oh, my God. Perry Como. I think he died before I was born.
He might have.
No, come on, Ginger. All right, so you're from that area?
I am a little town just north of there.
All right, let me tell you why. I'm not going to take any more calls on this because we'll be here all day.
All right, Perry Como died in 2001.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so I was alive.
Born in 1912,
Yes, okay.
but died in 2001.
Hey, he lived a long time. He lived to like 90 years old. All right, so no, here's the deal. The reason why Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania stuck out to me is because that's where they make my famous or my favorite famous cookware.
Are you kidding me, MJ?
Oh my God!
All clad.
What?
I want to punch myself. In the
All
face.
Me too.
I want to. Do we have like a plastic shopping bag that I can asphyxiate myself with right now?
Yeah.
I think the best cookware on the planet. All clad. You've heard of all clad?
Who did you
Pots and pans?
expect to call this show?
I quit.
What are you
Professor,
talking about, Mr. Obscurity?
What? That's Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. That's where all clad is made. It's my favorite pots and pans.
Okay, you tell
we're
you-
using the same pots that we got in 1995, and it's like good as new.
I'm going to bash you with a pot right now.
You gonna clobber me over the
Yes.
head with a pot? Ow, son of a! Well, I just thought I'd throw out a little trivia fact.
That's not trivia.
That's the
not
worst
trivia.
piece of trivia I've ever heard
So
in
you
my
guys
life.
want to hurt me?
I don't want to hurt you, but I don't want to be near you either.
With a pan or a pot.
Ginger, thanks for the call.
Thank you, Ginger, and we
Sure.
apologize.
Ginger, have you ever heard of all clad cookware?
Yes, I have. I'm a actual personal chef on the side, and I have some all clad myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got about 30 pieces. We've collected a bunch over the years.
Don't you feel better, Ginger, now that you can go about your day knowing where it's
Now,
manufactured?
did you know that Perry Como's mother used all clad to stir his porridge in the morning?
No, Perry Como's mother fell into a metal vat.
Cauldron.
A cauldron, into a crucible. All right. Hey, Ginger, thanks for listening.
Sure. You guys have a good day.
You
You
too.
too.
All right, listen, sometimes some obscure, whacked out stuff is, expected from my mouth.
Don't ever call that trivia.
Yeah.
That gives trivia a bad name. Everybody who does like trivia in bars has just been.
We're going to get
Put in-
sued by
yes.
trivia people. The guy at Applebee's every Thursday from 8 to 10 is going to come in and file suit against us.
All right, when we get back, I've got to continue with part 2 of Morons in the News. Don't take this into a police station. Also, have you ever heard of a meth-laced salad?
Yum.
Yes. Yes,
I mean, you're trying to stay healthy. You ordered the salad.
Oh, yeah, laced with meth. All right, hang on. Oh, and a cop gone bad.
Ooh.
What the hell was this police officer thinking? All right, hold on. We'll get into all that and more coming up. And I've got a warning on WhatsApp. Who sent me the warning? Fester, did you send me the WhatsApp
No.
warning last night?
He may have, but I did as well.
All right, so I got the crew here warning me about WhatsApp, and the family uses that, well, especially with Chloe when she was in Scotland, because that was a great way to communicate. But I'm getting warnings from the crew about WhatsApp. So stand by. We'll get into all that here coming up in just a bit. Aerosmith tickets on the way in the 9 o'clock hour. More details on tablet tag starting on Monday. All on the way. Don't move. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right. Q105, MJ and the crew rolling up on 7:03 here on a Thursday. Don't forget Aerosmith tickets in the 9 o'clock hour. Steven Tyler, Aerosmith, they say the Farewell Peace Out Tour. It's going to be October 11th at Amalie. We're on the tour circuit, and we've got your tickets, 9 o'clock hour. We've been giving these things away every day this week, and today is the Thursday set of tickets, 9 o'clock hour. Make sure you're listening. You know, our content is phenomenal every day in the 9 o'clock hour, and that's why we've got Operation MJ9 to make sure you listen all the way through the 9 o'clock hour here on the show. And a little enticement, Aerosmith tickets in the 9 o'clock hour for the farewell tour. So listen right here, MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, just whacked out morons in the news today. We have a police officer that made a very bad decision. This is not good for the health of your law enforcement career if you do this. So if you're a police officer, I would highly recommend and dissuade you from this type of behavior. And that would be...
Can we guess?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
What?
Part of a big drug bust, and then you kept it for yourself.
It's a good guess.
Ooh,
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Not what I'm looking for,
Okay.
but that's a reasonable guess.
That's why my dad never became a cop.
He thought he
What?
would do that too
Out
often?
of the Army, he was recruited by NYPD.
You serious?
And he's like, I would have taken all the drug money. And I was like, good thing. I was like,
Your dad
well,
said...
like, I think the late 60s, early 70s, like New York Police Department, New York City Police, they were all corrupt. He's like,
I wouldn't say they were all
they were
corrupt.
95% corrupt.
What about Serpico?
Except for him, he would have taken my old man down. Good thing I didn't become a New York City
So
cop.
your
At
dad,
least yeah.
your dad ended up working for like Grumman, right?
Grumman Aerospace out in Bethpage.
What did he do? What did he do at Grumman Aerospace?
Nothing to do with aerospace. He worked all the vendings. They had like 2,000 vending machines there, and he worked.
The company owned the vending machines instead of like an outside vendor operating.
It's a massive facility. It was a huge
Hold it,
facility.
your dad filled up vending machines for Grumman for how long?
30 years, 25 years.
Are you what?
25 years?
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? He would put Lay's potato chips in vending machines at Grumman Aerospace space for 30 years?
You want to talk about? Listen, he probably took more from the Grumman vending machines than he ever could have from the drug dealers as a New York City cop.
My God. Would he come home with boxes of like...
quarters? He used to have to tell the bank he owned a laundromat.
He stole... Wait a minute. He stole quarters from the vending machines
Okay.
that he was servicing?
Okay, not quarters like a roll of quarters. Like quarters like
Bags?
the car would look like it's doing a wheelie coming home because you have so many quarters in the back.
Wait, your dad was ripping off the Grumman Aerospace vending machines?
Rip off everybody. Absolutely.
What?
They had like 10 guys in on it.
It's like the Lufthansa heist at JFK.
Except in quarters.
5 million, 10 million. No one knows how much was taken. The Lufthansa heist at JFK. Jimmy! What was your dad's first name?
Larry!
Larry! You did it! Larry! You did it!
Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that fine scene was performed by me from Goodfellas, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done.
When Ray Liotta was in the shower and scene. All right.
So, if you're a law enforcement officer, don't take money from drug dealers. Good point and good observation, Roxanne.
No, it wasn't money. It was taking the supply.
Yeah. Or
Well-
taking anything, really.
I want to talk about Diane Ferreira, and she's young, 25 years old. A Central Florida police officer stole credit cards from a dead person during a death investigation and then started using the dead person's credit cards. And you're a law enforcement officer? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Sounds like she's a shopaholic.
A Central Florida officer arrested for stealing and using credit cards from a dead person, according to the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, just to the east of us, east of Polk County. Diane Ferreira, 25, confessed to taking credit card information from a death investigation that she was working back in April. The widow of the deceased dude contacted the St. Cloud Police Department to report strange charges on her dead spouse's credit card. Yeah, he wasn't using the credit card. Guess what? One of the investigating officers was. Holy crap. An investigation revealed that an unauthorized set of charges began in April, a day after the man died. The charges included 7 mobile fuel purchases, a mobile food order at Wendy's, and a charge for a hotel room. 2 additional charges were attempted after the cards were canceled. One was another fuel charge, and one was a charge at a business that specializes in eyelash extensions.
Oh, my God. The guy thought zombie wife got eyelash extensions.
The sheriff's office said the investigation continued. They were able to identify the make and model of Ferreira's vehicle and general description. Further, all incidents occurred during days that she was off work or during a time of day that she was not at work. Yeah, this is not good. This is going to put a kibosh on your law enforcement career, you dumbass.
And you know what else? It really exposes her for not being very bright. So probably a good opportunity to get her out of there.
Did she think she's a police officer, part of a death investigation? You got to be kidding me. She was fired. She was fired without pay by the St. Cloud Police Department, according to the police chief. What a dope. A dummy. All right, moving along.
Everything's traceable nowadays.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, how does she think she's even going to come close to getting away with this?
Ridiculous. Stupid. You're a police officer? I mean, I know we've got cops. We have a lot of cops that listen to the show. We got a lot of police officers. I know that we have cops listening right now saying, what the hell is wrong with this woman? Eyelash extension. You put your whole career in jeopardy for eyelash extensions and some fuel fill-ups?
All right, I will say, I'm looking at her mugshot right now.
I think and did I say Wendy's?
Yes, Wendy's.
Yes, Wendy's.
She did a mobile app order with the credit card information for like a
Baconator.
Or a Dave's Hot and Juicy.
A Baconator, fries, hot and juicy.
A
number
Frosty.
6, a Frosty. Listen, I'm looking at her
Chili.
mugshot right now.
Yeah.
Chili, yeah. Her eyelashes look fantastic.
On point.
Best mugshot eyelashes in the last 6 months. No doubt about it.
Really good.
Yeah. You ready for something that's not supposed to be in your salad? How about chunks of methamphetamine in your salad?
What could that be mistaken for?
Well, I'll tell you what the lady thought. It was a little odd. It was bitter and salty tasting, but she ate it anyway.
But before you take a bite of it, what do you think it might be if you're looking at it? Like,
blue cheese?
Right?
I don't know.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Well, it depends. Is it the blue meth like from Breaking Bad? Was it Walter White's kick-ass blue meth? I don't know.
All right, I'm looking up chunks of meth.
Okay, I could mistake it for Parmesan. Very mistakable for Parmesan there.
No, I could mistake it for a piece of quartz crystal.
Some of it, but I mean, it depends what you know.
Here's the deal. This is out of Newport, Tennessee, and the Newport Police Department responded this last Saturday to the Newport Medical Center where Angela Haney stated that her boyfriend, Gomer Sanderson.
What?
The boyfriend's name is Gomer.
That's awesome.
In Newport, Tennessee. So I've never heard of anyone named Gomer other than the Gomer Pile, that silly TV show when I was like in my mother's womb.
Oh, in Tennessee, that must be a family name.
Gomer. So this Angela Haney stated that her boyfriend Gomer purchased a salad from a local restaurant, but something didn't seem right. She said that the salad tasted real salty and bitter. And then Sanderson told her that he was sorry that he'd put something in her salad. Wouldn't tell her what, but she continued to eat the salad. Then something didn't seem right. She went to the hospital to get checked out. They did a drug test. She tested positive for methamphetamine. And then the boyfriend finally admitted that he put methamphetamine in the salad.
Oh, come on, Gomer.
Then she provided a written statement, quote, I went to the bathroom while he was dividing the salad between us and getting it on the plate. While eating, I noticed it tasted very salty and bitter. I had ate a part of the food because I did not think anything about it. Afterwards, we were laying down to take a nap. He kept apologizing over and over for 10 minutes. He said, I did it. I put it in your salad. I asked him, what did you put in my salad? He wouldn't tell me. He just kept saying, I did it. I asked if I needed to go to the ER, and he said, he did not say yes or no. He just said, do I need to take you? I told him that I needed to go to the bathroom. I was scared at that point and grabbed what I could and went out the door. I walked to the store, called a friend to pick me up because I was scared. I went to the ER. I tested positive for meth, and I do not do drugs. Why the hell would this guy put meth in the salad?
Because he was on meth and you do stupid things, I suppose.
Wow, that's insane. According to the report, Gomer Sanderson told Reese that, Reese, now the woman's name is what? Haney. So I guess Reese is the investigator, and said that he had done meth the night before and admitted to putting the methamphetamine in the salad that they were eating. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Well, golly.
Right. And then the investigating officer, Reese, then went back and talked to Sanderson. Gomer admitted everything. And what the
I
hell?
think Gomer's in the room with us.
Gomer Powell. Sorry, Sarge.
Sorry, I put the meth in your salad, Sarge.
Sorry.
What it was? Surprise, surprise, surprise. Or Shazam, right?
I'll put the meth in your salad.
What the hell?
Golly, right? Oh, man.
That's insane.
That would be a good, I suppose, diet food. Salad and meth, right?
good-
Lose some weight.
Die food.
Yeah, that
Hey,
too.
there was an incident locally at the Palms of Clearwater. You know what? I passed by it. I know. Trying to remember exactly where it is. There was an incident at the Palms of Clearwater, that housing development, and if you have a Bluetooth speaker, you might want to be very, very careful for something that happened at the Palms of Clearwater complex. I will tell you exactly what occurred, and it's a bit salacious. Okay, so yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so hold on. We'll get into that, and then we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up. 1 hour and 20 minutes nonstop. In minutes. Oh, we've got more Moron ice cream liquors in the super. I thought that fad was over. My God. And then, did you hear the latest goat story?
No.
Does it involve yoga?
Oh, no, goat.
I love goat stories.
No, not like the greatest of all time. I'm talking.
No.
Oh.
Yoga.
She said goat yoga.
Oh, no.
No, that's a thing, too.
There is a new goat noise you got to hear. This is crazy. This is insane. All of that coming up next. Don't move. And that's just scratching the surface. Long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. If you're making a move. Q105, 726, the time here on a Thursday. MJ with Fester and Roxanne. No Chloe today, who has sat in Froggy's seat for 2 days so far this week because Froggy is, I don't know, in Texas doing some kind of crap. I don't know, something with his family shelving business. Froggy back on Monday for all those that are curious. Now, Fester, have you ever heard of, what the hell was that? I just heard what was that? Whose face was that hitting a microphone?
It wasn't a face. It was me just sliding it over, and it
man,
clinkety clink.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I'm looking down at my paper. I thought somebody took an eye out.
Roxanne
with the microphone.
She headbutted her microphone.
I did.
She's like,
you know what,
as hard as I could.
That's exactly what it sounded like. Anyway, so have you guys ever heard of the Palms of Clearwater? I know
it's an apartment complex.
Yeah, I know. I've driven by. There are places that, you see the signs, because you have those signs that are out front, and, you get the apartment complexes, you get the communities, and you see the signs. And, being in this area since 1994, I've driven by a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I recognize names. I might not always remember, exactly where it is, what road it's on.
It's an apartment complex on my favorite street in Clearwater.
Belcher Road.
Every time. Every time.
That's a good one.
That's where the Palms of Clearwater. Listen to this. I want to introduce you to Christopher Harris. According to our friends over at the Smoking Gun, tell you what, they can operate their whole website from police reports from the Tampa Bay area.
That's what the guy does.
I think
he really
Yeah.
he just focuses on 4 or 5 counties, mainly
Largo.
Pinellas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Pinellas County is really just a hot spot these days. So this dude, Mr. Harris, at the Palms of Clearwater, this happened on Sunday night, and police were called to a man near the pool moaning and groaning. Well,
Never good.
yeah, it's probably not a good idea to self-pleasure while watching a porno on your phone while your phone is connected to the Bluetooth speaker. And the Bluetooth speaker was belting out the sounds from the porno on the cell phone. And, jeez. I'm not going to get, too specific here.
You've already gotten very specific.
Yeah,
I mean, hold on. Let's get... Now is not the time to say, I'm not going to get too specific after you got very specific.
So
we just need to know what kind of porn it was. That's all.
Clearwater police were called. I don't know what that was. Clearwater police were called Sunday night to the Palms of Clearwater after another resident at the apartment complex reported that they saw a man pulling down his pants.
Oh. I mean, I guess you could look into other people's balconies.
Anyway,
or, people have windows.
Police identified the individual as Christopher Harris, 51, a resident of the Palms of Clearwater. By the way, do you know that the Palms of Clearwater, they describe themselves as a Mediterranean oasis, only minutes from Clearwater beaches, by the way.
Yes, that's true.
So Harris, according to the arrest affidavit, also connected the video to a Bluetooth speaker, began playing the video out loud as he did what he was doing with his pants down. Multiple officers went to the apartment complex, responding to the 911 call. After Harris was read his rights, he reportedly admitted doing the diddle.
All right.
And then added that, quote, when he's intoxicated, he does stupid things. Anyway, he was arrested for exposure of sexual organs. That's a misdemeanor. He was released from the Pinellas County Jail on Monday night.
Was there more than alcohol involved? Because I'm looking at the mugshot and his eyes just look a little wonky.
I don't know. I'm looking at the mugshot as well. And Mr. Harris, I would just recommend that you do that your video viewing and your pants pulling down and whatever manipulation efforts you want to employ. I would just recommend doing it inside your apartment.
Indoors.
At the Palms of Clearwater.
Yeah. Indoors, in private.
The Mediterranean oasis, just minutes from Clearwater beaches.
They are the Mediterranean, the Palms of Clearwater, the Mediterranean-style oasis.
Yes.
According to the website, we are within walking distance of fine dining, great shopping, schools, and the post office.
Right.
So a very convenient location for everything.
And apparently they have a very nice pool where,
I mean, The pool. Look how beautiful the pool
Yeah,
is.
who wouldn't get turned on sitting by that pool?
Very nice. And look, they got little water fountains that are spraying into the pool.
See, that's almost phallic.
What?
Roxanne,
What?
it's a
I'm
pool.
trying to-
What?
Sometimes you gotta leave jokes alone.
The fountains that are spraying water are phallic?
I'm trying to give this guy an excuse for why he
There's
got
no
all...
excuse. No excuse for pulling your pants down poolside
no, never.
and blasting
Never.
a porno video over a Bluetooth speaker
Never.
while you're going, there's nothing, you can't make any excuses for that. Anyway, good morning to all the folks that are listening to us at the Palms of Clearwater apartment complex.
I'm just trying to figure out what would make him so turned on at this place.
Roxanne can be like the world's worst defense attorney. Well, Your Honor, look at the pool.
Yeah.
Look how hot the pool is.
Hey, you see that Orlando's really stepping up the pitch to steal the Rays away from us?
Yeah, I've seen all that.
Yeah. So, hey, Orlando, hands off our Rays.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We got to go backwards for just a moment.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. We really do.
Yes.
This is a texter.
Yeah.
We missed a good one
What?
on that last story.
Did
What?
we? This better be.
It's good.
All
The
right.
palms of Clearwater.
Oh. palm of the hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's a good one.
It's a good one.
Was it the palms or just the palm?
I mean,
That's what I want to know. Can I proceed
Yeah,
now?
you can now.
Thank you. Green light?
Green light.
Green light, go?
Go.
All right.
Red light.
Ring Alivio 1, 2, 3, or red light, green light 1, 2, 3, right?
so Orlando's trying to steal the Rays.
Yeah. So the Orlando Magic co-founder, his name is Pat Williams. Yeah, he on Tuesday, he unveiled some plans for a new, like nearly $2 billion Major League Stadium not far from SeaWorld, as he's trying to lure the Tampa Bay Rays away from St. Pete here and over to Orlando.
Now, would he rename them to Shamus? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, the proposal, according to the Biz Journals, the Tampa Bay Business Journal, includes a ballpark capacity of about 45,000 seats on a county-owned 35-acre plot at International Drive. The proposed development would also include retail shops, restaurants, office space, 3 hotel towers. Anyway, they're making a pitch to steal the Rays. Here in the Tampa Bay area, we need to keep the Rays. We don't want to lose a major league franchise. It's just the Rays have got to get out of the dump. They got to get out of the trop. It's just they need a new facility.
They need fans.
And you got to put the stadium in a place that's more conducive to drawing fans, and that's going to be closer to Tampa. I wasn't opposed to like the Derby field area right down the street here.
Derby Lane?
What'd I say?
Derby Field?
Yeah, well, building a field at Derby Lane. Thank you.
Yes,
Derby
well,
Lanes, whatever.
Where would all the Amazon trucks park in the morning, mister?
Yeah, right here in the Q105 parking lot. Yeah, right behind Glory Days.
Plenty of space.
All right, so here's the deal. That would be a location. Also, the Ybor proposal, fairgrounds. Over in Tampa. Listen, the Rays need a new facility, and we got to figure out how to do it to keep the Rays here so they don't go to Orlando and get stolen away by this co-founder of the Orlando Magic.
Why don't we just put like the stadium on a barge and like half the games can be in Tampa, and then you can have a couple games down in Sarasota and a couple games back in St. Pete.
Hey, Roxanne.
Yes.
Your kid did nothing?
I have the video I can show you.
You left the show early to see your kid do nothing, but you said pick her nose?
You talking about the performance?
The performance yesterday.
Jess?
She did nothing.
Was it the kindergarten performance or?
No, she's 3.
Okay,
she's
I'm
3.
This is preschool,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
She's 2 years away from kindergarten.
I'm asking
Come on,
because
get your ages straight.
I know Roxanne has 2 daughters. One's in kindergarten
Yeah.
and one's younger, not even quite in VPK yet.
All right, so Roxanne left the show at 8:40 yesterday. You know, you gave us 10 extra minutes. I was expecting you to leave at 8:30. That's what you had requested, and you left at 8:40.
I did. Yeah, I gave you a little extra time.
Were you on time to the preschool to watch your daughter do nothing?
I just got in the nick of time.
Oh,
Yes.
to see her do nothing.
I watched her walk in. She walked in, down, and she stood there the whole time, just stood up on stage.
Let me share the message that Roxanne emailed me last night. Roxanne says, my kid basically just stood up there and stared at the crowd. She did nothing except maybe pick her nose one time.
I did see her do that one time.
Now, what was the performance? Roxanne had to leave early, which, listen, that's a nice thing to leave the show early to go see your kid at some kind of a little school performance. What was the performance about?
You know, a little barnyard dance.
Oh, that's we were talking about that.
So it was a farm theme.
Farm animals.
Awesome.
What we were joking around yesterday. I had some kind of old McDonald EIO going on.
It was, we were afraid there was going to be like a different, like, darker theme with like swine flu and
that's right. I was talking about the bird flu.
You're confusing farms.
Yeah.
The farm with the bird flu was Chloe taking a bird to the Raptor Center.
They did a gain of function Wuhan lab special performance at a big old bird flu lab leak. Big old COVID demo.
What was it? What was the animal that supposedly started that? They had that rumor, pangolin. What was it?
A pangolin or something.
Pangolian or something?
No,
pangolin.
Pangolin. Whatever the hell it was.
So was it just songs?
It was just songs.
Was there drama?
Songs.
Did other kids have speaking roles?
Oh.
Was one kid the farmer? Was one kid the goat?
So the other kids were singing, and your daughter just stood there and did nothing?
She stood there and looked around the crowd, and she waved to me a couple times.
But why didn't she sing? Did she not know the words?
I mean, she mouths. I saw her mouth moving a little bit. She did very few hand movements.
Except upper nostril.
Yeah, exactly. And then at one point I saw her.
Was she knuckle deep?
No, it's just a flick. At one point, I saw her in the middle of the performance walk to her teacher, and I asked her, "Why did you have to go talk to Miss Jess in the middle of the performance?" And she said, "Oh, I wanted to tell her that you were in the crowd." So, just in the middle of the show.
Wow.
Hey, teacher, my mom's here. There she is. And, kids have different strengths. My older daughter, when she did her performance, same thing.
But your older daughter, she's a performer. She wants to just belt crap out.
She was out in front. I mean, arms waving.
So you've got two different personality kids.
Yes. I mean,
drastically, total opposite ends of the spectrum as far as the personalities of your two daughters.
Yes. I mean, the older one was like that kid that you see.
Yeah. One is like Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah, exactly.
So the older one, what's her name?
Evelyn Jade.
Evelyn Jade. She's 6 now, right?
Yeah, she's 6.
She is like Mary Catherine Gallagher performing and jumping into crap and
smelling her own armpits.
And then the younger
pushing
one,
kids out of the way to be center stage.
Right,
yeah. This one was she pushed her way to center stage, but she did nothing. But she was, it was cute. I was glad she was happy I was there.
What was that? Is that Roxanne's kid falling off the stage or something?
Nope. What do you think that is? Does that sound like somebody in distress calling for help?
I can hear help now.
Yep.
But I don't know who it is.
How about what it is? That is a goat. Police responded to the sound of somebody screaming for help in Oklahoma. They get there and it's a freaking goat going.
It does sound like a person.
Maybe somebody in a well or somebody in distress.
What is it? Timmy's in the well?
I don't know that he's singing it as much as he is screaming it in distress, Roxanne.
This is hysterical. There's video. Hey, Andrew, can you get the video up on our website? Videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. We'll have this up in just a few minutes. But you can see the body cam and the cop running to the sound of what appears to be somebody yelling for. They get there, it's a goat.
We're coming.
This is in Enid, Oklahoma.
Where are you?
And Oklahoma police rushed to the rescue, and they thought it was a man in distress, but it turned out to be a goat. So it's just very funny body cam footage captured by these two Enid, Oklahoma cops. They're running down like a field toward, looks like some kind of like a building, like a, I don't know.
It's called a barn because it's a goat.
Yeah, but I don't know if that doesn't look like a barn to me. So you can see the cop is running. They're running quickly to the sound of. Oh,
Once the cops get closer to the building, they see it's a goat. They stop running instantly. They're like, "Oh, great. We're out here for a dumb goat."
So after another scream, according to the story, officers David Sneed and Neil Story both broke into a run. They thought that they had like some kind of major issue. They better get there quickly. This could be a life and death matter. They run toward the man in distress. And then they realized that it was a goat. Just going.
Do we have multiple?
And it turns out that the goat was separated from his other goat friends and was calling out.
Yeah, for help.
Yeah. Wait for me.
Help. Get me back. Help.
People called 911 to say that there's a man screaming for help in the woods. All right, what does this remind you of?
Somebody yelling for I can't think of somebody yelling for help.
Do you remember the screaming goat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. See, now that goat is in distress.
That is the famous video of the goat screaming. So now we are adding this to the... We're getting quite the collection of human-sounding goat noises.
Hold on.
Yes.
We have two. Let's not say quite the collection.
Oh, it's quite the collection.
We have two.
It's quite the collection. Don't minimize things.
I mean, I'm putting it in perspective. I mean, 8 is quite the collection. We have 2. We're starting a collection.
That's funny as hell. That is absolutely hysterical.
That would make for a good car sound. Your dad should put that on his Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
Beep.
Or, hey, Fester can do it. Fester,
Yeah, you can.
Your wife's Model Y, as in, why did you buy that eggplant-looking thing for your wife to drive?
It's a rocket.
It might. I just don't think it's a good-looking vehicle.
Fantastic.
You know, listen. Do I hold back, or do I just shove my opinion down people's throats?
Contours to your ass like you wouldn't believe.
It's just not a good-looking car.
Oh, nice and quiet.
It's just not a. Respond to the fact it's not a good-looking vehicle.
It's a beautiful car.
It's not a beautiful car.
No, it's
not a beautiful car.
Like the future is parked in my garage.
When I saw it, when I first saw the Model Y Tesla, I went.
Joe Biden came to my house and gave me my tax credit.
All right. So, what was I saying?
I don't know. We're talking about goats.
I got detoured.
Goats and Teslas.
I got detoured here. I was about to say.
The goat on the horn. Beep, beep.
Oh, yeah. So
people are liking my rendition of the goat sound, by the way.
Do it.
It was off that time. I need to hear it first again.
So, Fester, your wife's Tesla has the horn where you can download your custom noise, right?
It does. We haven't used it yet. We're too busy using the fart feature on the car, which is the best piece of technology ever.
Hey, Roxanne, before I get into an issue that people think they can do well and they can't.
Yeah.
And I teased this yesterday. So people think they can do this well, but you are lying to yourself if you think you can. You can't. Science says so. Get to that in a second. First, though, what were you just telling me during the break? You started to read out a list.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did.
What was this?
Where did that go? It was a list of... okay. This is clickbait to me, but I fell for it. I did.
Where'd you find this?
MSN.com.
All right, so MicrosoftNetwork.com.
Yeah.
And you just found this morning?
Just when I told you. As soon as I saw it, I was reading it out loud to you.
What's the headline?
The headline is 10 Surprising Professions That Attract Toxic People. And normally I would just go clickbait, but I was like, you know what? I'll bite today. Right. Okay, let's see what they are.
10 toxic occupations or 10 occupations that attract toxic people.
Yes. So you want me to go through them with you?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Now, are you starting at number 10 and you're counting it? Is it like, hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and we're counting down the toxic jobs?
I think so. I think they start at the lowest one.
Let's go.
I think coming in at number 10.
Now, is this one of those crazy, creepy slideshows?
Yes.
Where they're trying to do all the clicks and everything?
Absolutely.
We know what they want.
All right. So what's
I fell for it.
What's number 10?
Investment bankers.
Ooh, investment bankers.
It breeds entitlement and arrogance.
Wow.
Okay.
So very toxic people become investment bankers.
Yeah, also probably people who want to make some money. Okay.
And coming in at number 9.
Lawyers.
Lawyers.
Attorneys.
Toxic lawyers.
Yeah, because of the competitive nature of it and win at all
All right.
costs.
This is the most stereotypical
I'm telling
alpha
you.
persona job.
Listen, I've known plenty of I know good lawyers and I know bad lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had people, ask me over the years, hey, tell me about this particular lawyer. And I got things to say. So,
Aggressive, confrontational.
Yeah. So
Okay.
lawyers. All right. What about number 8?
Number 8, real estate agents.
Really?
Yes, because they say the commission-based compensation structure may encourage agents to prioritize their own interests. That's sales. That's
This is the
sales. That's
biggest-
life.
This is the
yeah.
biggest crap list.
Well, hold on a minute.
It-
I've known plenty of real estate agents, and I wouldn't classify any as being toxic.
Right. No. And listen to what else they say. That a job involves networking, which most jobs do, by the
Duh,
way.
oh, yeah.
Which may attract individuals who enjoy being the center of attention. How toxic.
All right, this list sucks.
I told
All right,
ya.
give me number 7.
Personal trainers, because they're, narcissistic with their body.
Okay.
And they're
So personal trainers attract toxic people.
they are toxic. That profession.
Or I'm
that
sorry,
profession.
I should say the profession of
Right.
personal training attracts toxic
Yeah,
people.
and because they're pushy. Come on, more push-ups. Go.
That's what I want.
MJ, this is an awful
Listen,
list.
It is.
I can't stand the
this,
rest of this
you know what?
list.
This
I can't-
sucks.
I mean, unless
but
you
wait
got-
a minute. But it's like a car wreck. I gotta know. I gotta
I
know.
know,
what-
me too. It's
I
a
gotta know
terrible
number
list.
6,
I
5, 4,
don't
3.
know that I need the evaluation of why each one is toxic because they all suck. But
Look,
okay,
okay.
Hey, this is a workout day for me. So today, being Thursday, right after the show, I'm headed over to.
Okay.
I'm wearing the shirt. I'm headed over to X Force.
Yeah.
On Kennedy. I'm gonna do my negative. Man, look at I am getting back in shape thanks to X Force, man.
Is morning
Okay.
show host
Yeah.
on the list?
Just wait, Fester.
Because-
Just wait,
All right,
okay?
all right, all right.
Okay.
All right.
But listen, I
Yes.
want you to walk into X Force today, MJ, and I want you to look your trainer in the eye, and I want you to say,
Are you toxic?
Are toxic, my friend.
No, they're not toxic. I've had a series of personal trainers over the years. Raphael, JT,
Toxic.
None
That's what the T stood for.
None of them have been toxic. None of
Just
them.
Toxic.
My name is Jim Toxic, but you call me JT.
Ely and Said over at the X Force. Not toxic.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's like Crayola crayons. Eat all you want. Non-toxic. All right. What are we
Okay.
up to? Number 5?
I don't know. They don't number them. It's
All right.
quite annoying.
Okay.
Reality TV stars.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you why. You can figure it out for
I can
yourself.
see. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
toxic. Reality TV star. Listen, the Kardashians. I hope they're number 1 because they're toxic. All right. Reality TV stars. Yes, toxic.
All right.
All right. Next.
Drum roll, please. I think we're like at number 5 or 4. DJ. Toxic.
All right.
Toxic.
But wait a minute. A club DJ
Oh, wait,
or a
wait.
radio DJ?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's a club DJ, so
Well,
we're in the clear.
Yes.
So I had to do the real detective work here and get down to the,
Yeah.
Sorry,
the
I had
real.
to-
Right. So it's not exactly
No.
what we do.
Okay.
It's not a radio personality. It's a club DJ that has a,
Yeah.
a toxic
And
personality.
it's toxic because of the party atmosphere
Yeah.
in the club.
Let me tell you about toxic ass Matt
Oh.
the Brat.
Oh, how about Stan the Man
he
on,
was
on
so
the,
toxic.
on the wheels of steel?
Oh, Stan the Man,
Yeah.
so toxic.
Matt the Brat is so nice.
Yeah.
He's a great
Oh,
guy.
he
Okay.
is.
Surgeons.
Well, hold on. I'm not done with the DJ
Oh,
thing.
you wanna go back to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you thought that you were going to point the fingers at what? At me and
And
say,
myself?
DJ toxic?
Yeah.
Toxic human being?
I wasn't going to call you out as toxic. I was
No.
going to be like, look at this
No.
BS. They're saying we
And
are
it
toxic.
turns out that it's a club DJ.
Yeah.
And I'm not a club DJ. You know what I've hated over the years? I can't tell you how many times people have said, "Hey, are you available to DJ a wedding?" I'm like, that has happened.
Would you like to DJ my wedding?
Listen to this. That has happened dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Folks that think that just because I'm on the radio and I do a radio show and we're mostly talk, over the years, people have just assumed that I've got a microphone and I'm on the radio, that I must be a party DJ as well. I'm not a party DJ.
Well, hold on now. If you
Yeah.
want, if you want to pay MJ $5,000 to read some morons in the news, that's a different story. We'll come and do that.
Well, let me tell you, don't sleep on it because there are a couple people down these hallways that are party DJs and do a heck of a job
That's
and make
fine.
some good side.
Are they toxic?
No.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
next is surgeons.
Surgeons, yeah. I mean, how toxic are they? My mom just had a hip surgery yesterday. Thank you, Dr. Bushimi. Did a great job. She's in recovery. I like
Steve
surgeons.
Buscemi? He did your mom's hip surgery?
The guy doesn't have time to go to a dentist, but he does hip surgery now.
Well, Steve Buscemi? How do you say? I don't even know how to say his name. Steve Buscemi, right?
Buscemi,
Right.
I believe.
Does
Yes.
this list get better?
Salespeople.
Hold on a minute. So
Yeah.
surgeons are,
Toxic.
they're saying that the profession of being a surgeon attracts toxic people.
Right.
But
High
you're
s-
saying that Steve Buscemi, who just did your mom's hip surgery, is not toxic.
I don't think his first name is Steve, but
he's the opposite of toxic. He's very non-toxic.
yes.
Well-
and you want a non-toxic surgical room when you're having things done as well. But they say the high stress and the high stakes.
Did your
nature.
mom fall?
No,
Did
she's
she
just,
have to hit the button and go,
No.
I've fallen and I can't get up?
No, she got one done and is so spry with her one new left hip. So
Wow.
she's like, let me get the right one done too.
Oh, really?
So spry with her left hip.
She's gyrating now.
All right. Can you put a bullet in this segment,
All right,
please?
so
What's next?
That's your-
Just give me the
why,
last-
why do you hate this? This is so
it's-
relatable because we all know these people.
But it's so relatable. It's
Yeah.
not because this person just picked 10
Yeah.
alpha or
All right.
big persona professions.
hang on. There's like no science to
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
This
That's
is
why this sucks.
we don't
Yeah.
agree with this. We're just reading it.
this is like quintessential internet clickbait crap.
I told you.
All
I
right, so
told
what
you.
are the final two or whatever?
Salespeople, Fester.
Oh, geez. Let's a broad,
Yeah.
just a
Great.
broad brush salespeople.
Great.
Now, this one is, of course, true.
Is this the last one?
Who knows?
Or is this number two? And then, what is
I
it?
think we're almost there. Politicians.
I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of toxic people. Hey, that George Santos yesterday.
How about that?
Listen, 13 federal counts. George Santos. That guy lied about everything. You know, he said his mother was in 9/11 and died. She did not. She wasn't even in the country. He ripped off $3,000 from a disabled veteran whose service dog needed life-saving surgery, set up a GoFundMe account, raised $3,000 for this disabled veteran's dog, and then stole the money, and the dog died. All right? I mean, this George Santos is a mess.
All right, listen. He's a congressman out of New York.
Yeah, toxic.
Listen, toxic.
Yeah,
But
he's going to federal prison. That guy's going to be in federal prison soon. All right, what's next?
And the final,
Yep.
number one, toxic profession, professional athletes, which I, again, have to disagree with because their argument is that they're, entitled, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, they're just good at their sport. And then they become a professional athlete.
All
And
right.
yeah.
this whole list is just
Toxic.
well, it's a
It's
toxic
toxic.
list. And you know what? If anything, you gave MSN 10 clicks.
What's that song? Yeah, Britney Spears. Hey, do we have toxic in the computer?
We should.
Yeah, we should have played the Britney Spears song. Right, that little,
Yeah.
the
I thought of that.
synthesizer going, the little Britney Spears noise.
Britney Spears' Toxic is one of her best songs.
Yeah,
by the way.
I think it's one of her worst songs.
No,
Yeah, I'm going to go with worse.
I like bye 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 bye.
of course you do.
I can't just say bye
I'm a
bye.
DJ, toxic.
You're lying to yourself. Moving along, Fester. I've now ended that segment. Are you happy?
I'm now happy.
You're
Yes.
thrilled?
Yeah.
There is something that people do. They think they can do it. They think they can do it well, but they can't. And the sign says no. People are lying to themselves when they think that they can effectively.
Twerk. Oh, man. I mean, I swear I can do it, but I can't.
Multitask.
Oh, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Multitasking is, they say, a way of life for most of us. This is a Wall Street Journal story that I saw. We eat lunch while we work, take calls at the gym, reply to messages while logged on to Zoom, blah, blah, blah. The tools of our lives, from car dashboard screens to buzzing phones, fracture our attention while promising that we can do it all the time. But we cannot. We can't. You can't multitask, says Earl K. Miller, a neuroscience professor at MIT.
Earl K. Instead of MK.
Are you trying to go?
Okay.
Are you trying to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to Earl K. Miller, the researcher on this project.
So this expert, this Earl K. Miller, this professor, a neuroscience expert at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Pete Cowler Institute for Learning and Memory, our brains are wired to do just one cognitively demanding thing at a time. We tell ourselves we're multitasking when we're actually not doing it well. So we tell ourselves we're multitasking when what we're doing, we're task switching, rapidly shifting from one thing to the next. As we toggle, our minds stumble as we try to recall where we were and what we were doing. Juggling tasks makes us less creative and more prone to errors. The quality of our work suffers. Multitasking myths. So many of us continue to equate hopscotching from thing to thing with productivity. Job listings seeking multitaskers is evidenced by 141,069 hits for the phrase multitask in a recent search of posts on Indeed.com. Workers tout themselves as multitaskers on their resumes and even at home. But the science says no, that you don't effectively multitask.
So essentially, if you say, I'm a multitasker, it means you can do a couple of things crappily.
Sounds like you're a half-ass tasker.
You're a half-asser.
Yeah, instead of multitasking, you're half-ass tasking.
How about you just focus on one job until it's complete, do it as best you can, then you move on to the next one.
I'll tell you what, Fester is a total half-ass tasker, even when he's not multitasking.
I am such a half-asser that I've evolved into a whole-asser.
And Fester has no ass because
I don't.
You are the biggest guy with no butt whatsoever.
But I can multitask.
It's like the sheer cliffs.
It's insane.
It really is. It's like when I scuba dive the Great Wall in Bloody Bay in Little Cayman. It's a sheer wall. I'm like, that's Fester's ass.
This guy, that's what you said, yes. I'm glad you're thinking of me then.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy makes a point. I wasn't down with his research when you first started reading the science, but now that he kind of explained himself, he's right. When you multitask, I'm multitasking, you're doing a bunch of things, but probably none of them to your best level.
So heads up, you think you're doing it well, you are not. So stop multitasking and focus on one thing at a time.
I'll give you another example. When you multitask, you can't remember either of the things that you did. You know when people say, oh, I was just daydreaming or I was on my phone and I don't even remember my drive to work? It's because you're doing two different things. So you can't remember both of them because you're not invested in both of them at the same time.
That was part of the Wall Street Journal story, that as we toggle back and forth, our minds stumble trying to recall what we were doing. And that's it. You think you're multitasking, you're actually doing a disservice to whatever task you're trying to pull off.
You know what I'm trying to do with my kids? I try to not have the TV on as background because that teaches them multitasking. Okay, let's watch TV and fold clothes. Let's do this and watch TV. Like when we watch TV, I want to just sit down and focus on the program. Do you guys have the TV on as background noise, or what do you do?
I do. And you know what? Michelle yells at me all the time.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. So I like to have the TV when I do prep at night. We'll watch some TV, and
I can't do that.
Well,
yeah,
it slows me down. I could probably get my show prep done a third faster, maybe more. But I feel like I need to have some entertainment in the background. But Michelle, she's got it right. Michelle always says to me, turn the TV off, focus, and you'll be able to get to bed earlier. And she's right, but I can't seem to pull that trigger. Speaking of pulling triggers, let me give you the cash box word right now for our Big Rock the Cash Box contest, and your shot at $1,000. This hour's word is money. Well, that's fitting. So this hour's word is money, MONEY. Text that nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. Text the word money nationwide, 45911. Good luck, and I hope you grab the grand. It happens again at 10 a.m. It happens at 12 noon, 3, and 5 p.m. Shots at $1,000 5 times a day here on Q105. You know what I wanted to get a hold of?
Who?
You remember we had Billy Howard on?
No.
Yeah, Billy Howard, he's with the consumer protection law firm.
Okay.
We had him on for, it might have been Robocall. We had him on. I don't know. He goes after like these Robocall folks.
And we talked. It was a while ago that we spoke to him, MJ. It wasn't like in the last 2 or 3 months.
No, it was like a year ago.
Okay, yeah.
We spoke. But listen, I am getting inundated. If this stupid Crystal bitch calls me again, I'm sorry. But folks, are you getting the same crap that I'm getting? Crystal, like she's calling up like she's my friend, like we've spoken and we've got a rapport going on. So, Crystal.
Hi, it's Crystal Allen following up with your refund. Today is May the 2nd.
Oh, my God. So that recording was May the 2nd.
Was it actually May the 2nd that you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So they customize these recordings. They're belting out, I'm sure, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of these phone calls.
This is probably
all across the country.
This is an AI voice, probably.
It sounds like it's a real recording. But listen, hey, yesterday we were talking about the Tico scam calls that are going. If you don't know about that, I'll get to that in a second. But I wanted to get Billy on the phone here. Let me dial him up. I did text him earlier. He said he'd be available. But I am getting, incessantly, every day I'm getting calls from Crystal, and they're all coming from different area codes. They're coming from area codes that like sporadic from all over the country, different area codes. And I don't pick them up typically. If I don't recognize the number, I typically don't pick up, but it goes to my voicemail. So it's recorded on my voicemail. Let me get Billy Howard is an attorney, and he runs the consumer protection firm, and he goes after a lot of these spam callers, spam companies. Let me dial him up. 813. All right, calling up Billy Howard, Esquire.
This is Billy Howard. Is this a robocall?
No, Billy, it's not a robocall. Hey, thanks for coming back on the MJ Morning Show, Billy. We appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, brother. You know that.
All right, so Billy, I sent you a text. For the last 30, 45, maybe even 60 days, I'm getting these calls. Let me play the call from you because they're virtually every day. You should be able to hear this down the line. It's this Crystal lady. Listen to this.
Hi, it's Crystal Allen following up with your refund. Today is May the 2nd. It still looks here like your business will most likely receive a refund of up to $26,000 for every employee you kept on payroll during the years 2020 and or 2021. You do not have to pay this money back, so it is not a loan. Just call me back at 866-371-4212. That's 866-371-4212. Thanks, and I look forward to answering any questions you have. Bye-bye.
It seems like this Crystal and this recording is calling like every day. Billy, it comes from different area codes, so they're spoofing numbers all over the place. Are they not afraid of the fines for unwanted calls?
MJ, it seems like she's trying to give you money. What's your problem?
It's not unwanted. Yeah. She's doing you a favor.
So you know what this is?
She's helping you out like everybody else.
No, she's not. All right. So it seems, Billy, this is a company that's pushing these refund deals. You got the TV commercials that are running all over the place. Hey, if you kept all your employees during COVID, you're entitled to $26,000 an employee, and that it seems it's that racket. And they obviously take a commission of whatever is recovered. All right, so Billy, come on.
It's illegal. All of them are illegal. So the trick on this case, and you sent me that number, and I called them this morning, and they didn't answer. But they said, leave your name and number, and we'll call you back. So I did. The trick is you have to find them. I have to be able to go knock on their door and say, good morning, here is your lawsuit. And so that's really the main step that we need to take, because there are a lot of people that are breaking the law. Because in Florida, you have to have somebody's written consent. You have to say, hi, I'm Billy Howard. I give you permission to call my cell phone at 813-774-1416, and you can telemarket to me. So if you don't give them that written consent, then it's illegal. So we have to put on, our investigative hats a little bit here and just track these guys down.
Well, can you track them down? I literally have had 30 phone calls from Crystal over the last maybe 45 days. And I don't want these calls. They're unwanted. I never asked for these. And you're entitled to how much money can you get for each unwanted spam call?
So every single illegal call is $500 minimum. And if you can show that they're breaking the law intentionally, then you can get up to $1,500 per call.
Wow.
So I have sued the telemarketing industry, not just these scammers, because sometimes these scammers make it difficult or they're overseas, so you really can't put a lawsuit on them. But one of the problems is the telemarketing industry uses your phone lines. AT&T lets I looked at records where they have 1 million phone calls go through their system in 5 minutes. Well,
Whoa.
That's not your bank calling you. That's obviously a scammer.
All right, so why doesn't AT&T or Verizon, why do they allow that to happen? Why can't they just shut them down?
They could, but they make money when they allow these carriers to use their system. So that's one of the problems. And, the other problem is if somebody wants your money, and these guys do, or they want you to call, they have money. These guys, eventually you can get to somebody that has money, and we can sue those guys if you can get the name and address of an American company. That's the first hurdle that we got to cross.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, Billy, listen, I gave you some information here. I have my call logs for the past 60 days. I can point out each and every one of these phone calls, and they're all coming from different area codes. I'm like, who the heck is this? I'll give you.
So that's the neighborhood spoofing.
Listen. So here, I'll give you the last ones. Crystal called me from area code 605. Crystal called me from area code 304. Crystal called me from area code 973. Crystal called me from area code 701. Billy, I want $1,500 for each of these. I got $50,000 sitting on my phone right now. Let's go.
Right. Well, I get 33% of that, but that.
Well, let's negotiate that. Everything's negotiable.
But Billy, what about?
But you know what? Here's the trick, though, MJ.
Yeah.
We need to. Those spoof numbers are not the numbers that they're coming from.
Yeah.
The 800 number that you gave me, that is a paid number.
Yep.
So we can find out who paid to get that 800 number.
Right.
Because when I called that number back, there was. That is the company that's responsible for it. So we can go back through the records and find that info.
All right, before I let you roll, and let's go to work on this, because I want you to hunt Crystal down. I want you to wreck her day, okay?
You know what? I don't want to wreck her day. I want to put money in your pocket.
All right.
You don't care about Crystal. You want to put money in MJ's pocket and a little bit for Billy Howard. So
just a couple of
dollars. That's our goal here.
Yeah. From the consumer protection firm. All right, so Billy, before I let you roll, and I brought this up on yesterday's show, and this is running rampant. There is, are you aware of the Tico power scam that's going around right now?
Hey, I am. But, MJ, let me just tell you one thing if I can.
Yeah.
All these robocalls, they're about to become legal. There is a bill sitting on DeSantis' desk right this second.
Oh, no.
That if he signs, every single text message will be legal unless you say stop, and they get 15 days to continue to text you, and every single robocall will become legal. That's a bill sitting on the governor's desk. I would implore your listeners to call DeSantis and tell him not to blow up our robocall law, because right now that bill will say unless you file a lawsuit and have the class certified, then it's not against the law. So this Crystal case that you and I are talking about, that case will be legal if DeSantis signs the bill.
All right, so what's the indication? If the bill is sitting on DeSantis' desk to allow all these robocalls, they're doing it anyway. So if a bill allows the robocalls, it's going to get 30 times as worse.
Yeah, at least. I mean, right now, not to, build up your hopes, but I just sent $118,000 after I took my negotiated 30% fee to a client. $118,000 because she received that many robocalls.
Oh my!
The problem is,
Crystal owes me about $800,000. I'm telling you right now.
That's about right. Yeah.
All right, Billy, hey, before I let you roll, I want to bring this up again. I mentioned this on yesterday's show, and I just want to warn everyone, there is a scam operation. We got a whole bunch of calls on this. Chloe got it on her phone. I got it on my phone. Julian got it. They must have been working my 813-6XXX exchange, our cell phones, because we all have the same cell phone exchange and the whole family. There's a scam going around, and they say they're calling from TECO, Tampa Electric, and they're even spoofing, Billy, the actual Tampa Electric phone number. So when your phone rings, it comes up as 813-223-0800, which is TECO's number, and then it says press 1, and somebody comes on the phone. I mean, this is a pretty elaborate and sophisticated operation, and they're telling you that you are delinquent. The truck is coming out right now to shut your power off, and of course it's a racket for you to then send them some kind of electronic money transfer for what they claim is the money in arrears for your power bill, but that's not the case. It is a total scam that's ripping people off. TECO never calls you and says, we're sending a truck out now to cut your power off if you don't pay right now.
Right. And so, again, they are using the phone systems, and the phone carriers actually know that, because AT&T knows that there is that TECO scam, because, like you said, a lot of people are getting it. So they should shut that down. But, a word to the wise. Never pay money over the phone to somebody that you don't know.
Oh, of course. So again, warning. Anyone that's getting a phone call and they're claiming they're from TECO and you got to pay. We took some phone calls on this yesterday, later in the show, and we had people that got ripped off that sent money via Western Union or some kind of digital transfer. It's a total scam. So folks, do not fall for it. Hey, Billy, quick question. As far as tracking these companies down, they pretty much have to be American companies. It's kind of tough going after a foreign company, right?
It is, but on the TECO thing, just say Billy's going to sue your ass if you call me again. And a lot of times that'll get you off their list.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. What you need to do is you have to find an American company. You can use the Hague Act and go sue them overseas, and that's difficult. But most of these companies that are calling into America, they do have companies here that, are some very small company or very small office space, and you can go track those guys down. So what you need to do is what you did. Find the number, like an 800 number. There is a money trail, and I'll be more than happy to go down that money trail. I'll be more than happy to, negotiate, which is really my 40% fee, down to 33 or even 25 for guys like you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
folks.
Billy.
It's Billy Howard from the Consumer Protection Law Firm.
Man.
Billy, I'll talk to you soon, pal.
Yes, sir. Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Thanks. See you.
I love Billy. He's great.
He reminds me of like a straight Better Call Saul. That's what he's. It's like a legit, Better Call Saul. He's always great to talk to. All right, I got a message on Instagram last night.
All right,
and this was in response to a story we talked about yesterday. Roxanne, what do you remember about an Uber Eats driver, or it was DoorDash, I think?
Oh, the DoorDash. Well, it's funny because I was walking in the room when you were telling this story, and so I missed the first part of it.
Hold on. What do you mean you were walking in the room?
Because I went to take a break. It was during a break. You hit it right after the break. And I came in.
So you said you're admitting to walking in late while we're already on the air.
Yeah, that's kind of protocol. That's kind of normal, standard behavior around here.
That's how we operate.
That's what we do.
We know you're going to talk about tablet tag for 2 minutes, so we can stroll in anytime we want.
Strolled in. Yeah. And then it was such an interesting story that I missed part of it, so I had to go back and look at it for myself. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
So what do you remember about the story yesterday?
A guy delivering food and had some sex toys in his car and some
drugs,
meth and stuff.
Guy was busted. Told the story yesterday. Guy was delivering DoorDash, and cops pulled him over, and he had a bunch of sex toys in his car and drugs. And I was just wondering, did the food that this guy was delivering, was the food like right next to his sex toys on the front seat of the car? It's like, oh, what the heck?
Actually, the food was placed on top of the sex toys. It wasn't right next to it. It's like you were sitting on top of it.
And did he sprinkle the drugs in the salad, like the earlier story we did about meth in salad?
Well, listen to this. I got a response from a listener. This is from Christina. Christina Martinez. Thank you, Christina, for listening. Thank you for engaging with the show. I highly appreciate it. So Christina sent me an Instagram message last night. And again, I encourage folks to give me a follow on Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. Always great material up there. Love to see your comments. My messages are open. You can message me on Instagram. And Christina writes me last night, I was listening to the DoorDash story. We actually had an Uber driver die of a heroin overdose after dropping off somebody at my apartment complex. He died right in the car in my neighborhood. He's an Uber driver. And I'm thinking, what? Uber driver dies of a drug overdose just after dropping somebody off at the apartment complex? So the guy could have croaked while driving the people. You imagine? I mean, that is disturbing.
I mean, at least he got you to the place.
Do you think you'd recognize that there was something off about your driver when you got in the first place?
If the guy is just minutes away from dying, what kind of a ride could that have been?
Took all of his attention to get you to your doorstep and then right there.
I mean, it was rather courteous that you were able to get to your destination before the guy died. It would be a little more inconvenient if he died while he was driving 50 miles an hour down the road.
That does bring up a good point, though. When you get into an Uber, how many people use them so frequently they just rush, jump in? How often do you assess the sobriety of your driver? You assume they're going to be fine.
Guess what?
Right?
You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me.
Is that how that goes?
That's how it goes. Let me do my slashes. Separate the ass, the you, and the me.
So what's the star rating on that driver? I mean, your experience with him was excellent because he dropped you off safely and, maybe probably didn't pest you with conversation.
Oh, speaking of star ratings on Uber.
Yeah.
Do you know you can see, I mean, it's not, you got to dig through. But I read something recently, and I tried it, and it's true. You can go onto your Uber app, and you can see how many 5 stars, how many 4 stars,
really?
How many 2, 3, and how many 1-star ratings you've received. And it's like when you go to Google reviews, and you see the yellow bars of the 5, 4, 3. Same thing on Uber. And if you go to, let me see if I can figure this out. And I read about this a week ago. And I'm like, son of a, it actually works.
All right, hold on. I'm on my Uber app. I just opened up the app.
If you go to Uber, go to account, click on account on the bottom.
Account?
Yeah, then you go to settings. Go to settings. Then you go to, you go to, I think you go to privacy.
You sure? Privacy.
Now, maybe I got to figure out how I did this. But seriously, there's a way, and you can see how to do it.
Communication, shortcut, security.
Where the heck did I go? Manage. I got to figure out where it was.
But you were able to see each individual score that led to your average.
Right. Well, no, you don't see each ride and what score. You see how many 5 stars, how many 4s, how many 3s, how many 2s, and how many 1s. And I only have like 2 1-star ratings, but I'm like, what the hell? Because
what did you do? Do you remember? Does it tell you? So
no,
you said it does or doesn't tell you the date?
It doesn't tell you the date. So I don't know what the hell did I ever do to deserve a couple of 1-star ratings on Uber.
Dude, we have people who call in who drive for Uber who say in years they've never left a 1-star review, and you have 2 of them? That says more about you than anything else.
Can you think of a time that maybe you canceled a ride? I feel like, cancel.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I think I've got it. So you go to privacy, then you hit privacy center. There it is. And then you scroll down to see summary, I think. Hang on. See summary. Then you ratings. Then you view my ratings. Okay. Then you do summary, view my ratings. There it is. Look, here it is. I found it. I'm holding it up to MJTV.
Okay.
Settings.
All right. Yep. Settings, and then communications. Then you go through it, see my ratings. And I have a 4.75, and drivers have commented that I don't have a good rating. That 4.75 is actually kind of low, and here's all of the ratings, and I'll hold this up to MJTV right now. I'm holding it up right now live on MJTV.
How many Uber rides have you taken?
130 plus 14 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3.
Oh my God! So there'd be so much math today.
Here's the deal. I have 130 5-star ratings on Uber.
Okay.
I've got 14 4-stars. I've got 3 3-stars. I've got 2 2-stars, and 3 freaking Uber drivers gave me 1 star. 3 rides gave me 1 star. What the? I didn't vomit on their face or anything.
What do you have to do to get 1 star?
I don't know. That's a very good question. What the hell did I do? I didn't get into the car and go, what did I do? I don't know what I did. And again, the data here does not reflect your ratings in real time. Please note, ratings are optional. Not everyone will give you a rating. So those are my rider ratings. And I can go to like driver ratings, and I wonder if it lets me see. But those are my ratings. I've got 3 freaking Uber drivers that gave me 1 star.
Wow.
I want to track them down and ask them, what the hell did I do? I'll kick you in the crotch.
Well, they're sitting down behind the...
Then I'll get a 1/2 star.
Yeah.
But isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So I just navigated through it. Hopefully people listening heard what I did. If you want to do it.
I may have to go back and listen because you're kind of mumbly through it.
You go to Privacy Center. So hang on a minute. I'll tell you again. You go to Settings, then you hit Privacy. Then you hit Privacy Center. Then you do See Summary. You click on that, and then you scroll down, and then you hit Ratings, View My Ratings. Then it's right there. So it's only a couple of steps, and you can see how many stars you have from each ride.
Oh, so then the key is to keep checking that after each ride. Then you can know
what he gave you.
But they say it's not real time, so maybe they have an algorithm that prevents it from happening right away.
Well, then what good does this information do you?
Well, no, because it tells me, how
the compilation,
historical information about what a crummy passenger MJ is. That he gets about 1.5% of his drivers thinking he's a 1-star.
You know what? Some of these Uber drivers, they think they're on a freaking power trip. I can control this guy's life with the number of stars I give him for his ride. You know what? You slam the door. If you slam the door a little too hard, boom, 1 star. Bitch. I mean, seriously.
Maybe they didn't like what kind of conversation you were having. Maybe they judged you for something you said to your travel companion.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the last person in the world I want to talk to is my Uber driver.
So there you go, little tip on how to check. Now listen, you get some interesting Uber drivers.
I once got picked up from the airport, and I faked being asleep.
Fester, Roxanne, you both sent me this last night, that WhatsApp is engrossed now in a privacy firestorm, and there are claims that WhatsApp is recording you while you sleep. What?
Yeah. hmm
Oh.
And I know you use a WhatsApp.
I've got it. Now,
Yeah, you use it.
well, the reason why we really started to rely on WhatsApp is with Chloe over in Scotland at St. Andrews. That just made a lot of sense instead of messing around with the international texting and, just that whole mess. And the WhatsApp, just worked very well. But I got to figure this out here. The headline is Bug or Feature, WhatsApp engulfed in privacy firestorm as users report app is recording them while they sleep. WhatsApp has come under fire, according to the Daily Mail, for activated device microphones on background. The Meta, it's Facebook, Instagram, same company that owns WhatsApp, Mark Zuckerberg. The Meta-owned app claims the issue stems from an Android bug, and I use Android. Then Elon Musk tweeted out that WhatsApp can't be trusted.
Well, if Elon says it, then I believe it.
I don't put much stock in the erratic Elon Musk, but
the greatest genius of our time. Yes,
I wouldn't say he's the great. I think he's a lucky dude.
A lucky genius.
I think he had some good ideas and he got lucky, and he hired a lot of good people to make stuff happen.
Yeah,
and he's erratic as hell.
Yeah, so did Henry Ford.
Yeah. All right. So Mark Zuckerberg made headlines on Tuesday when Elon Musk, launching his own encrypted messaging system on Twitter, slammed WhatsApp as untrustworthy. And of course, what's the motivation here? You have Elon Musk that went after WhatsApp and Mark Zuckerberg because guess what? You got Elon Musk that's trying to figure out how to save his sinking $44 billion investment. One of the dumbest things that any human has ever done. He's such a genius. He paid $44 billion for Twitter. Yeah, that's a smart move.
He used $2 billion to light a cigarette the other day. Big deal. I mean, it's not a lot of money to this guy.
So anyway, WhatsApp is recording me while I sleep?
So there's like a timeline here, and it's not you, and it's not necessarily everybody who uses it on the Android platform, but this guy shows a communication where WhatsApp is coming into the dialogue for 26 minutes, 2 minutes, but the time, 6:25 a.m., 5:59 a.m., 4:55, just for a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds.
While the app wasn't supposed to be activated.
While it was closed on his screen.
But the claim is it's not WhatsApp, that it's an Android bug. So I guess I have to go into my WhatsApp and find these screens and see if WhatsApp is listening to me snore while I'm sleeping.
Dude, if it's recording you, that means it's recording Michelle.
Oh, yeah, Michelle's got a snore going on.
That would be
That's
awful.
Right. Her own husband recorded her. Remember that?
I
debacle?
did.
He doesn't want to play it. It's still sensitive.
No, do not play it.
That's still a touchy subject.
We have it on the computer.
I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry I even brought it up, Michelle, because she hates when you play it.
Hey, did you see this crazy story of this woman that wrote this book about dealing with grief as children after losing a loved one? And then it turns out that the wife killed the husband, then wrote the book about grief.
Yeah, I sent you that.
What the? I mean, I think we've seen it everywhere, but
isn't that like a movie plot line? Wasn't Sharon Stone? Wasn't that sort of the thing that she
You
did?
sent it to me last night.
Yeah.
I actually had it from the day before.
Okay.
Yeah. So this widow, this is a crazy story. A widow wrote this grief book after her husband died, and now she's been charged with murdering the husband and then writing a grief book. Oh, my God. That's like some kind of it's like a Stephen King plot. That's like I'm your biggest fan. I mean, that's a crazy, crazy deal.
It's like her grief book is her alibi in a way, because she's like, but no, look how much I'm grieving. Look how sad I am.
This is a Utah widow, and she wrote a grief book for children after her husband and the father of her kids died. And now this mom of three, this Corey Darden Richens, 33, has been arrested earlier this week for allegedly poisoning her husband, Eric, with fentanyl.
That's no joke.
Just dosed. And she's been doing interviews. She wrote the book. There's appearances she's made on the morning TV shows.
Wait, didn't she put his fentanyl in some crazy place, like in his food or something?
Oh.
mixed it in a Moscow
That's right.
mule.
Mm-hmm. A Moscow mule.
Yeah, well, actually, the way to it's Moscow. Yeah, I don't think Moscow. It's Moscow.
Mm.
Yeah. So allegedly made a mixed drink. So vodka and is that milk in a Moscow mule? Is it milk and vodka? What's in a
No, that's a White Russian.
Yeah, White Russian is the
Oh,
milk.
okay. What the hell's a Moscow mule? Well,
I don't know. It never
yeah.
has sounded appetizing to me. I don't.
I mean,
Let me see.
So she's charged with first-degree aggravated murder and 3 counts of second-degree possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Cops arrived at the home about 3:20 a.m. on the night of Eric's death to find him lying at the foot of the bed.
Okay, I found the recipe.
They rolled out life-saving measures, but Eric was declared dead. Corey allegedly told police that she made her husband a mixed vodka drink, a Moscow Mule, and served it to him in bed to celebrate his sale of a home for her business. She told investigators she then fell asleep with one of the kids who was having a nightmare, and when she woke up around 3 a.m. and came back to the bedroom, she felt Eric, and he was cold to the touch. Then she says she called 911.
I found the recipe.
Hold on to that thought.
Okay.
She told police that, man, you're just dying to give me this recipe, aren't you?
She's
Oh, my
suddenly
God.
a big fan of it.
You're dying, just like Eric, the husband here.
She just called Doug and said, buy all the ginger beer you can because we're getting lit this weekend on Moscow Mules.
She told police she left her cell phone in the couple's bedroom, but phone records show the device had been used multiple times in the child's bedroom. In addition, tolls on the defendant's phone showed that messages were sent and received during that time. Autopsy found that Eric died of an oral overdose of fentanyl with a level in his system that was 5 times the lethal dosage. Are you kidding me? This guy dies? Did this idiot not think that they were going to do a tox panel and find that he had fentanyl in his system? And then the nerve to write a grief book for kids about losing a loved one after you killed your husband.
Now, was she on any big shows like the Today Show or Good Morning America or anything like that?
She was on Good Morning Salt Lake City.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not that big.
She was on some local stuff out there, I think.
She was on Provo today.
But this is a crazy story, and she was arrested earlier this week. Okay, Roxanne, now please.
Okay, so it's 1.5 fluid ounces of vodka.
Yep.
So fluid ounces.
Yes.
Okay.
Half fluid ounce of lime juice, half a cup of ginger beer, a thimble full of fentanyl, and one lime wedge for
okay, all
garnish.
right.
No, don't
Roxanne,
give out.
you gave
Don't
that out
tell
as
people.
facts,
People are going to think you
Roxanne.
really got to put fentanyl in
Well,
there.
it's on this website. You know what? She probably put it on this website to try to use it as her defense.
That is what's
she
called.
is
Folks,
such a
there's
sneaky.
there's no fentanyl.
All right.
Don't put
the
fentanyl in
ends
there.
this woman goes to cover her tracks.
Yeah, whatever. So that's a Moscow Mule. I've never had. Are you okay?
No, I was laughing at Roxanne slipping fentanyl in the recipe.
Yeah.
Half a thimble.
I almost didn't catch that. by
She's
the way.
using
Yeah.
all the fluid ounces. 1.5 fluid ounce. All right, then a thimble.
Yes.
It's not
Just
even
a smidge, a
a
dash.
splash.
Yeah. You have those measuring scoops where they have a pinch, a dash.
Yeah,
you
those
know-
are so cute.
Yeah. Really?
Just tell me how much
They're
it
just
is.
Yeah.
cutesy.
So I mean, what a sick, twisted
Oh,
woman.
It's awful.
And now the kids are
kids are-
not going to have a dad because
Yeah,
he's
or a
dead.
mom.
And then the mom's going to she's going to go away for life. Yeah, they might even have, I think they have the death penalty in Utah, right?
Can you return the book if you bought it? Or would
Yeah.
she be considered an
Yeah.
expert?
What if you bought the book? Well, I mean, there was, the kids, I guess, face some grief. Wow.
Oh.
Hey, Mother's Day, they believe is going to generate record spending this year.
Really?
That's good for, stores and restaurants and places that deal in things that would be good for Mother's Day, right?
Hey, I got a great Mother's Day idea.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if everyone would like this.
Oh,
Yes.
by the way, hold on a minute.
What?
What do you think the fentanyl poisoning mom is going to do for Mother's Day?
I mean, probably rot in a cell.
Well, the husband,
He's dead.
the husband's not sending anything, but what about the 3 young kids? Are they going to did they make mom something out of construction paper at school?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little-
they glued a heart out of macaroni on
Yeah.
it and sent it to her in prison.
Okay, do you want to hear my legit, really good idea for moms?
Sure.
Okay. I was thinking to myself, what is the hardest, most exhausting point in my week? And for me, it's Monday from 3 to 5 p.m. And I feel like I'm going to collapse because Monday we got up early. I'm go.
Yeah.
I'm taking the kids to dance class. I'm doing all this stuff. And I literally feel like a zombie from 3 to 5. It's consistent every Monday.
3 to 5.
3 to 5 p.m.
Just Mondays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired all the time, but that's like my, am I going to make it moment.
Okay.
All right.
And if someone would just wave a magic wand and come to me at 3 o'clock on a Monday, that's someone being Doug, and say, babe, go inside, go in your room, go get a massage, do whatever you want to do for the next 2 hours. Whatever you would normally have to do during this time, I'm going to do it for you.
I'm sorry. I got to stop you right there.
What?
Are you using this show as therapy?
Can I ask, where did this just come from?
I mean,
where
you're pointing out 2 specific hours in your day.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying take the time, have a conversation with your wife, Fester. Say, Allison, you are an amazing mom. You do so much for this family. I know you're exhausted
Amazing
because
is a stretch.
life is exhausting. Tell me when you're most tired, and I'm going to surprise you. Maybe for her, maybe it's Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. And come surprise her and say, babe, you're off the clock. Go do whatever makes you happy. I got this. That will make her, that's what moms really
did
want.
I miss where did this come from? Oh, just talking about Mother's Day?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Roxanne brain droppings.
Okay.
But it's I'm telling you, especially
I want to clean the cage.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Get my leaf blower and just blow out all the turds of droppings.
Excuse me,
in the
Yeah,
do you want some good ideas, or do you
Sure.
want the basic, that's just an act of
All right.
service that you could do for your wife to make her happy during Mother's Day
I think
week?
Doug is a really, really awful husband then, because I'm pretty active.
Yeah,
Pretty active, yeah.
Doug's gone most of the year.
MJ was pretty active in the raising of his children.
Listen.
I'm
Doug
pretty
is
act-
extraordinarily active. He does daddy daycare in the morning. I'm just saying, everybody has a low point during their week. Have a conversation with your woman. Ask
Listen.
her when it is.
Listen, you're married to me. It's always a high point.
All right. I am now going to risk pissing off one of our listeners who claims that whenever I do this, he changes the station
Oh, no.
or he shuts the radio off.
I think he doesn't listen anymore, to be honest with
Or did he threaten never to listen again?
you. He threatened never to listen again. Then you do it, and we haven't heard from him the last 3 times.
That's true that I did this. There was a listener that essentially threatened me within an inch of my life if I ever played again.
And yet, here you are.
Here I am. Listen, I could play the Sky Rizzy jingle.
I like that one, too. I mean, if I'm being honest with you.
Nothing is everything.
I like all of the heavy medication commercial jingles. I like all of them.
There's another one. There's a new catchy one that just came out, and it's like this plus size woman jumping around a fountain. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
You know that?
yeah.
And that song's pretty good as well. I mean, like, man, all these ways to get us to like medicate ourselves. All right, here's the deal. The reason why I'm bringing up is because some idiot on social media has a new viral video where they claim that their cookie dough recipe works just like Ozempic.
I saw that.
What?
I didn't even send it to you because I was like, this has got to be a trick.
Say what? This woman says, this is a California woman who claims to be a health coach, who says that this cookie dough recipe is going to work like the natural version of Ozempic, which, of course, Ozempic is a pharmaceutical. And if you look behind me on MJTV, there's an Ozempic used pen taped to my back wall.
Why do we have that
A
again?
listener sent it.
Okay. Was that MJ Mystery Merch?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
A listener who jammed this Ozempic pen into their leg or stomach, either for diabetes reasons to lower their A1C or to lose weight, which is really what Ozempic's turned into. You know, like the diabetics are having a tough time getting the medication because Ozempic can help people lose 15 pounds, 20 pounds. So this person on social media, and
Okay,
of course, yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
Here's my recipe with cookie dough.
Oh, I
to
thought you
lose
said
weight.
this is your recipe for disaster.
It
All right,
is.
go ahead.
It is.
Yeah.
just buy it from the store and eat so much that you increase your odds of bacteria from the raw egg, and you'll be vomiting and you will lose weight.
You know, it's not
How's
the raw.
that?
It's not the raw egg. It's the listeria in the flour.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yes,
hold on.
it's uncooked flour.
I believe though the cookie dough that comes in like the little sausage rolls,
Yeah.
like the Nestle, whatever I think that's all pasteurized.
That's processed.
Yeah,
already.
that's all processed, and that stuff you can eat raw.
It's home
It's-
cookie
It's the
dough.
home
Yeah, it's the
cookie dough
whole-
with the egg,
yeah.
with the fresh egg.
And
Okay.
and flour that's not cooked. That's where there's a risk. All right, let me tell you the story here. So this so-called health coach has a viral video, and I've got some audio. You want to hear the
Yeah.
audio from the video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here is the recipe part 1.
Now, whey protein actually releases high amounts of GLP-1 naturally, so that's why we're starting this recipe with 2 scoops of all-natural whey protein, and we're using cupcake batter. Whey protein digests too quickly, so you wouldn't be able to release it.
Anyway, she's going through this whole process of making this homemade cookie dough that you eat, and she says that it's like cookie dough homemade Ozempic.
Carbs also naturally release high amounts of GLP-1, but because we're making this a weight loss food, we're going to use a small amount.
Anyway, this woman goes on for like 3 minutes.
All right.
You'll lose half a pound eating an Oreo every day for 30 days. I'm going to show you how to transform this Oreo into you can lose weight eating your favorite snack. We're going to make a cookies and cream cookie dough that works like the natural version of Ozempic and helped me lose 15 pounds in 60 days. It's also helped a lot of my customers lose.
So she apparently is taking like an Oreo and then crumbling an actual Oreo into this homemade whey protein cookie dough,
Right.
goopy, sticky, gloppy mixture.
I've seen recipes before. Not that I spend a lot of time on weight loss recipes, but
That's
at
quite
the-
obvious.
At the very end of it, they'll make this mixture and then they'll crush up 1 Oreo on it to give it that Oreo flavor instead of eating, 3/4 of the pack. Like
The way Ozempic works is that it synthetically releases a gut hormone you naturally produce called your GLP-1. Your
I mean, it sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
It sounds like she's just saying letters.
GLP-1? They're very specific letters.
Now, if you think you won't be able to eat one Oreo, I promise you'll probably have a very hard time eating very much else after.
So she's like, hey, just 1 Oreo, and then you crumple the Oreo into her goopy, gloppy mixture.
It gives it a little crunchy texture.
She's
a little
claiming
chocolatey flavor.
she's claiming that she lost 15 pounds in what'd she say, 60 days?
Something like that.
Sounds like a gimmick for clickbait, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Let's do a web post about it.
See
Rob.
how many video hits she can get, right? So there's just so much of this internet, clickbait, all these do-it-yourself things, and you got to be careful because some of this crap is dangerous. So I'm not going to follow this particular recipe. Hey, Mama June.
Oh, I love her. Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mama June. I saw something startling last night about Mama June.
When I just said I love her, I meant I love her because she's a disaster and a train wreck, not that I love her because there's like affection.
I never really watched that Honey Boo Boo thing, but that's already, 10 years removed? How long ago?
Honey
It's a
Boo
while
Boo's
ago.
like 19 years old.
Yes, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And didn't Mama June, she used to weigh like 500 pounds or something,
On a light day.
right?
And then she got Ozempic.
but then she lost a lot of weight, right?
Oh my God. She got Ozempic.
Oh, hey, tell Pat to come in here.
Hey, Pat.
Pat, come on in. I want to ask you something in a minute. So I saw this startling thing about Mama June that she claims that she blew $1 million in 1 year on drugs.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say Twinkies.
How could you do $1 million in drugs and still be alive? And then I also have other questions. The claim here is that she spent all of this money on crack cocaine and drug paraphernalia. I don't see any other. Crack is cheap. How can you spend $1 million on crack?
I mean, you have to ask her for an accurate accounting for every penny. However,
Her drug addiction issues reached an all-time high when she and her now ex, Gene Doak, were arrested in March 2019 on suspicion of felony possession of a controlled substance for crack cocaine. She might have been on other drugs. I just didn't see in the story, what was on the menu for $1 million of her drug usage in one freaking year. That is insane.
Tell you what, though, if nobody will ever be able to convince me that crack is not a great weight loss.
All right, Festus, don't even suggest.
Look at Mama June. She was as big as a house. Now she's a rail.
She's not a rail.
Compared to what she was before?
She went from house to, who's the blonde, obnoxious comedian? Amy
Schumer.
Amy Schumer, yeah. All right, so she went from house to Amy Schumer.
She does look better.
All right.
I mean, body by crack.
Yeah.
It works.
I asked Pat to come in here quickly.
Hey, Patty.
Hey, Pat.
Hi.
Yeah.
I want to know if you know about this.
Let me hear it.
That apparently there are going to be 650 concrete trucks. Did you know about this?
No. Where are they going?
For the bridge?
All right. Yeah, hang on a minute.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I just had the story and I just misplayed. I literally just had the story. Here it is. 650 concrete trucks will descend on downtown St. Petersburg.
For what?
This is from where'd I get this? I got this from I think Channel 28.
Now, why are they going to downtown St. Pete?
So apparently beginning 9 p.m. on Friday night, 650 concrete trucks will go to downtown St. Pete to pour the foundation for the residences at 400 Central Avenue. Is there some massive, I guess there's some massive construction project?
Dude, downtown St. Pete's been a massive construction project now for about a decade and a half.
But did you see this?
They're building what, a big high rise?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Tampa Bay TV. It's from TampaBay.com, which is the
St. Pete Times.
Tampa
Bay Times.
Tampa Bay Times now. Yeah, that's who had the story. But 46-story condominium and office tower, and 650 concrete trucks around 9 p.m. on Friday. So I guess it seems that they're doing this late at night.
Well, downtown St. Pete.
On a Friday night.
On a Friday night.
Pretty jammed up.
Yeah.
What the? 650 trucks?
And, a lot of that probably means it's going to be going over the Howard Franklin, going down the interstate.
It's going to be clogging up.
It'll look like a parade.
Probably down 275 down to 175 in
Sure.
the downtown St. Pete.
So just a heads up on that this Friday night, around 9 p.m., 650 concrete trucks are going to drive to downtown St. Pete to 400 Central.
That sounds like a lot.
That sounds like a lot of freaking concrete.
But when you're building...
It sounds like you could build a Hoover Dam.
No. When you're building a building, 650 trucks might be reasonable.
I don't know. That's a lot of trucks. Hey, Pat, thanks a lot. I got your traffic report coming up in a minute.
Oh, well, let me go finish it.
Yeah, go. Hurry up. Get your traffic report
Let's
ready.
get the latest.
We've got ice cream liquors that are coming back. I thought we were done with this stupid, idiotic fad of these idiots licking ice cream in the supermarket and then putting it back in.
Is it the same brand?
Yeah, hold on. I'll get to
Is it the same brand? Because I have a big issue with this brand. It's my favorite brand, and I have a big issue with these people.
All right, hang on. We'll get to all of that. We have a lot coming up. Oh, Aerosmith tickets in minutes. So don't forget, 9 o'clock hour. We're 11 minutes away from the 9 o'clock hour, and we will give away Aerosmith tickets coming up on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So if you'd like to see Aerosmith, their final tour, the Peace Out, the whole deal, I got Aerosmith tickets coming up in the next hour, sometime in the 9 o'clock hour, right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. appreciate it. All right, 9 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Festa, talk for a second. Michelle's calling me.
Was she? Is she okay?
Yeah, hold on a minute. Just talk for a second. Hey,
All right.
Hey, what's up?
So, Roxanne,
Yes,
your child yesterday, you were out, you left early.
I did. And I got to see her perform at her school.
Now, did it have a theme to it? Was there a title to it?
Yeah.
Was it just a bunch of 3-year-olds singing, screaming at the crowd?
It was 3 to 5 year olds, and they were singing their barnyard dance songs, and everything was farm themed, and it was totally adorable.
All right, and your kid did nothing.
I'm back.
She didn't do anything. She picked her nose one time. She picked her nose.
Was it a waste of time
listen,
for you?
No, it wasn't a waste of time. If she was doing a puzzle performance, if you gave her some puzzles to put together, she would beat the 7-year-old.
Different
She's
story.
so good at puzzles, but this is a performance, and that's not her thing.
All right, I'm back, folks.
Oh, hello.
Sorry for the little interruption. All right, 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show. In a short amount of time, I'm going to give away the Aerosmith tickets. We have Aerosmith tickets for the farewell final Peace Out tour, October 11th in Amalie Arena. So keep listening, and I'll tell you when to call in. I'm not going to make you jump through any hoops. It'll be a certain number caller, and boom. If you're the right number caller, you'll win. That'll happen in a bit. Don't forget, tablet tag starts on Monday. Monday morning, tablet tag right here on the MJ Morning Show. We start giving away Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets. These things listed at like $1,100 a piece. And it is my go-to. I use this exact tablet every single day for the bulk of my show prep. I love the Microsoft Surface. And I didn't really think about it until Don, the IT guy at Team Logic IT, until he said to me, "Hey, MJ, you really ought to, try the Microsoft Surface Pro." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not much of a tablet." And then, you get the keyboard, you snap that thing on, and it's incredible. You travel with it. It's small. I like it better than my iPad because it's a full Windows computer. I'm a Windows guy. I have an iPad, but I hardly use hey, anybody want a 12.9 iPad Pro?
You're done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I use my Surface all the time. We're giving away 40 of these beginning on Monday morning. So Monday morning in the 6 o'clock hour, we're just going to take a random caller number to win the first Surface Pro. I will ask whoever wins what their first name is. Then every additional giveaway, you have to know the previous hour's winner's first name. So 6 a.m., 6:30, 6:45, whenever I give away the first Surface Pro this coming Monday, I will ask for the winner's name. Let's say they say it's Larry.
Larry,
Right.
good name.
Larry.
So then when I say, hey, time to give away the next Surface Pro in the 7 o'clock hour, you got to be the right number caller and know that the previous hour's winner's first name was Larry. And if you know that and you're the right caller, boom, you win the Surface. Then I'll know what your name is. Then you got to know for the 8 o'clock hour, the previous hour, the 9 o'clock hour. Then for the 9 o'clock hour winner on Monday, remember that name because 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning, you got to know who won yesterday at 9 a.m.
All right, people are texting me right now. A guy named Evan is texting me, how much is your iPad?
Oh, really?
Yeah, a guy named Evan wants to know, how much does MJ want for his iPad? I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you're talking about the giveaway.
Anyway,
I know we were talking about that. But
Tablet Tag, which is brought to you by Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. They stepped up. Two College Brothers sponsoring the whole contest. 40 Surface Pro tablets. 40. We're giving away 20 next week and then 20 the following week. And the math is simple. We're on the air 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're on for 4 hours. 4 times 5 is 20. We're giving away 20 Surface Pros a week. So that's 40 total, and it all starts Monday morning right here on the MJ Morning Show. I thought we were done with these idiots that were licking ice cream for social media video hits and then putting it back into the freezer in the supermarket. I thought this trend was over. And now we got a bunch of turds bringing it back.
Bringing their nasty tongues into the grocery stores, I assume?
all right, so almost every brand of ice cream has the plastic seal on it,
Yeah.
except for one major brand that I could think of.
Right.
And that pisses me off about that brand because I think it's one of the best ice creams on the store shelf.
So you can just lift
The cardboard cover,
Yep.
and there's your ice cream.
And there's no sealed plastic thing on really?
No. I buy the store brand, there's the
All right.
plastic. I buy the The other brands, there's the plastic.
Well-
This one brand, no plastic.
Taquan Hines recently uploaded a clip of himself and his girlfriend, Asia, sticking their tongues deep into a carton of ice cream in a grocery store before putting it back and then running.
Come on, Taquan.
Yeah, they've since taken the video down, but it's been saved. It's been recirculating. We went through this a year ago. When was this rash of these social media things where people were opening up ice cream, licking it in the store, and then putting it back in your grocer's freezer?
I don't know exactly when. I mean,
It was like a
year and a half ago?
It's within the last year and a half or so.
I feel like it was when everybody was wearing masks still, so it could have been longer than that.
Yeah, maybe
2 years ago.
2021.
Weren't
when-
folks charged with felonies for doing this?
It's food tampering.
It is.
It's a very serious charge.
That's felonious.
But I feel like it was in the thick of COVID because I think that's why people were also just so appalled by it. Like, oh, you could be passing your germs.
I mean, just when you thought this trend was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
In 2019 is the story that I found.
Yeah. So TMZ has the video. This story is posted in other places. But the same thing was happening in the summer of 2019 is when it started, when people were trying to get social media hits by licking ice cream and then putting it back on the store shelves. For instance, like Adrian LaQuinn Anderson, who pled guilty in 2020 to criminal mischief for licking some Bluebell ice cream and was forced to do 30 days behind bars. And now we've got these morons that are licking ice cream again. Yeah, here's a little audio from their stupid video that they posted. I mean, just when you thought you were done with this and this would be relegated to the internet idiot dustbin, here we go.
Good, man. Get ice cream.
So here, they're in the supermarket.
Let me taste it.
The guy licks the ice cream.
All right, hurry up, put it back. Hurry up, put it back.
And now he says, put it back. And then they run away. And you can even hear that sound of like the grocer's freezer door closing. Now, what brand did they lick? Let me see.
They licked a blue.
Is that Blue Bunny?
No, yeah, Blue Bunny is.
They licked a Blue Bunny ice cream. Oh, come on.
Licked the bunny?
Ugh.
Taquan? Sorry, Taquan.
Taquan Hines and girlfriend Asia. You know what? This is where you can take an aluminum bat and whack them over the head. As far as I'm concerned.
Then they post it like idiots.
It's just nasty.
Disgusting stuff.
Speaking of food, I got to come down on the side of McDonald's on this one.
Okay.
I'm a McDonald's defense lawyer on this right here, right now. Parents here in Florida are suing McDonald's because they claim that they got a dangerously hot McNugget and their daughter, who's 4, got second-degree burns. What? What do you expect? Aren't they deep fried?
In a vat of oil.
Yes,
of some
hello.
sort. Yes.
The parents of a 4-year-old girl, they're blaming McDonald's, and the franchisee of this McDonald's here in Florida for causing their daughter to suffer what they claim are second-degree burns from a, quote, dangerously hot chicken McNugget. Oh, shocker. A chicken McNugget is going to be hot when it comes out of the fryer.
This is a fake case.
What the hell?
So,
Philana Holmes and Humberto Caraballo Estevez, they were in a Broward County courtroom on Tuesday as they were trying to relate as they were crying over their young child, according to the Sun Sentinel, the newspaper out of Fort Lauderdale. Their daughter, Olivia, suffered second-degree burns to her thigh area in 2019 after a 200-degree McNugget fell in her lap from the Happy Meal box. What, are you supposed to serve the McNuggets ice cold?
And let me tell you, they're not good when they're cold.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you got to give them to the customer hot.
200 degrees is way too hot. I mean, they would cool down. I have to see a picture of the burn.
Yeah, listen. You order a McNugget, it's not a freaking ice cube, okay? You're not getting a frozen McNugget. These things are cooked. They're deep fried.
Okay, but on its best day, it's just really warm. You never, by the time they come out of the fryer into the
All right, now,
pick-out
let
pan,
me get something straight. Do they cook? I know the French fries obviously are in the fryer.
right?
Do the nuggets go in the fryer as well? Or are those cooked in like a heat drawer or... I don't know.
So-
I'm just assuming the McNuggets are in the deep fryer.
So assume they're fried. The basket comes
Yeah.
out with the McNuggets. Then they put them in another bin. Then they put them in the box to be counted.
right.
4, 5, 6 minutes have passed by the time they come out of the fryer.
First of all, how do they know that the McNugget was 200 degrees?
Right.
What did Mom have a food thermometer handy?
Yeah, that's what I was curious about
Yeah.
too. Like, how could they prove that?
This is a scam-a-llama ding-dong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying this deal. I'm on
You know-
if I'm on the jury, I'm on McDonald's side here.
Isn't that one of those things like food burns? Isn't that kind of like you learn it by trial and error?
Do you know how many
As a kid, you
do you know
burn
how many-
yourself and you learn not to do it again.
Do you know how many pizza parlors I could sue because of the
Right, the roof of the mouth deal.
the whole roof of the mouth
Yes.
or the back gum?
Yeah.
You know, where the skin starts peeling off because you got some molten cheese from a slice that you ate too quickly.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm a slob, all right? I'm an absolute piglet. And the issue is I can't wait for the food to cool. I got to
Me too.
shove molten lava pizza in my face. Hey, speaking of that, when the hell's Sardo bringing more pizza by?
I don't
What
know.
what's that chooch doing?
That chooch.
What's he doing?
Sitting there laughing at all the people we're sending his way and not bringing him pizza is what he's doing. He's calling us the chooches.
I'm gonna call Sardo.
So, MJ, but we've all had that bite of pizza where it's so hot you have to do that hyperventilating.
Yeah. Ice.
Just to
yeah.
get air to cool
I
down the
hate
roof.
I hate the tongue burn. Also,
Yeah.
when you get that tongue burn and it feels like you got that patch of burn on your tongue.
So, MJ, you were just saying you're a pig and you have to eat things really fast and all
Yeah.
that. I am too. And I sometimes get fast food and I'll want it so bad, but it'll be steaming hot. So I take it out of the wrapper and I just hold it in front of my air conditioned vent to make it cool down faster. Do you ever do that?
I've done that in a car. I've done that in a car.
Yeah. It's kind of a
But-
weird thing. I don't know if people do that. Or
But
that's
see,
just-
listen, you know, my wife and kids, they say, if I'm eating, keep your hands and feet away from my mouth. I'm not the most eloquent eater, and I'm also
You love food.
well, I do,
No,
but
it's-
I'm also I could prevent numerous mouth burns if I would just wait an extra couple of minutes. But I'm in such a hurry to shove food in my face that I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to like hot pizza and just waiting a couple of minutes for a little bit of a cool.
Roxanne, it's
You
not
know?
that MJ loves food. I mean, everybody likes food. I've gone to meals with him before where we're just getting started and he's on his last few bites.
Have you
And he's
ever?
like, all right, what are we leaving? We just got here.
How the hell do I beat Fester to the punch?
Yeah.
How does that happen? All right.
Have you ever been so enthusiastic about your food that you bit your finger? I bet you have. Like you ate part of your hand accidentally.
I've done that.
Yeah.
But also, you know what else?
What?
I hate when I bite a fork accidentally.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
that
the
doesn't
I'm
feel good on
like,
those
oh my! I go, fork. You know,
What the fork did I just do?
what the fork did I just do? Forking fork.
Fork out of here.
So, have you done that? You know, do you know what food that I'm most likely to bite on a fork? There's one particular food. In fact, if you want to get your fingernail and put it right here on my front tooth,
Uh-huh.
I have a little right here. You can hear this. You hear that?
You have a notch
Is
missing
it
out.
I have a
hollow?
little. It's tough to see, but it's there.
You have a chip in your tooth over a fork?
Yep. I had a chip. I have a chip in my front tooth because I bit on a fork while eating just lettuce, just salad, and I guess I wanted to chew it so quickly I didn't wait for the fork to come out of my mouth. So lettuce. All right. Anyway, let me get back to this damn thing, and I got to call Sardo. I want to know when's our next delivery of pizza coming. So, the reasonable, foreseeable, intended use is for a child to handle this box. The law implies a promise from a corporation to, in this case, a child. All this legal speak. Jordan Redavid said while holding the box's iconic Golden Arches handle, And it's if it's preventable, it's warnable. You should warn someone about it. And if you don't do it, then you are liable.
Oh, man.
The mom had ordered the 6-piece chicken McNuggets Happy Meal in McDonald's drive-thru in Tamarack down in Broward County. Olivia was sitting in the back seat when Holmes handed the meal to the 4-year-old girl who was burned by a McNugget after it fell on her thigh, according to the lawsuit filed in August of 2019. It's just made its way to court. The hot nugget sat there for around 2 minutes, leaving the girl disfigured and scarred. Wait a minute. At 4 years old, if a hot McNugget falls on your thigh, what, you let it sit there and seep in like a glop of vodka, like a glop of lava? Really? Sounds like I'm on a glop of vodka right now. But
it's funny we're having this conversation because I just burned my kid last night.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was with like a cattle brand.
With what, a soldering iron? With what,
No. I was scooping black beans onto her plate, and she's like, more, these are good. And then I was like, well, we're singing like beans,
Good
the
for your
song,
heart, yeah.
right? And she like jerked her hand underneath over her plate as I was doing it, and so it landed on her wrist, and we both kind of just froze because it hurt her so bad, and I didn't see any napkins nearby, and so the glop just sat there for a few seconds too long. But then we got her.
You didn't lick it off immediately?
Yeah. Then I grabbed her hand and shook it, and so we're fine.
It made it worse. Then I shook all over and gave her a big burn instead of a little bean-sized burn.
She's gonna sue me now. So
Anyway, the hot nugget falls on your daughter's thigh. She's 4, and it sat there for 2 minutes. The kid doesn't immediately flick the nugget off. If it's that, come on, that doesn't make sense.
This case has so many problems.
Yeah, the family is seeking in excess or at least $15,000 in damages from McDonald's and the franchise E, which is Upchurch Foods, for negligence, poor training. Poor training. They cooked the freaking McNugget and put it in a box. And you know what? If a mother should, how about my mom always tested food, right? We tested food when we were feeding our kids. The whole deal. You put the thing on the back, like the baby bottle. You put it on the, like the breast milk or whatever in the bottle. You put the milk on the back of your hand and make sure it's not going to scorch their face off.
All right. So McDonald's cooks their McNuggets to 160 degrees, much less than the 200 degrees, and that's the temperature that it's kept at and served at. But instantly, as soon as you box it, it starts to cool down dramatically.
This doesn't add up.
Oh, man.
Like you want to cook chicken.
And
chicken should be cooked to 165 degrees internal temperature for food safety reasons. Because, I'm not into chicken sashimi.
You know?
All right?
I like the chicken sandwich, medium rare.
Yeah. You want to give away some Aerosmith tickets?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Should I do this here or should I wait just a few minutes? Time-wise.
You know what? We've always done it here in this time frame. Wait a
No,
minute.
I did. Earlier this week, I did it at like 35. So, you know what? I don't want to get too late. I'll tell you what. I want to break on time.
Okay.
Aerosmith tickets within, let's say, 15 minutes. So we'll do the Aerosmith tickets within 15 minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Yeah, I'm calling BS on this whole McNugget lawsuit.
Now I'm hungry for McNuggets, man. I haven't had McNuggets in a minute.
Yeah, I'm on McDonald's side here. Hey, you know what I had numerous responses on? I had numerous responses on the Hilton manager.
How could you not have numerous responses on that?
I didn't say humorous. I said numerous.
Were any of the numerous humorous?
Numerous humorous.
I mean, it's possible. Okay. She's right.
So I dropped a hot McNugget on my humorous. All right. So here's the deal. Earlier this week, we had the story of the night manager of the downtown Hilton in Nashville, Tennessee.
Right across from the Ryman Auditorium.
The manager apparently had been in this guest's room the day before to help fix the TV. And the next day at 5 a.m., the guest in the hotel wakes up to this night manager sucking on his toes. This is a male night manager. The client, the guest in the hotel is male. 5 o'clock in the morning, the night manager snuck into the guy's room with a key card that he made and is at the foot of the bed sucking on this guy's toes while he's sleeping. I mean, can you imagine a manager at the hotel is sucking on a guest toes at 5 in the morning?
It's crazy.
Numerous people have responded to me, and I think we even brought this up.
It's happened to them? Is that
no,
what the response is?
no. We brought this up, is to make sure you throw that latch in your room. Either you have the latch that you have the two pieces of metal with the hole in the middle, and you put it over like the little ball bear or the little ball, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Or there's the one where there's
a new one where it
folds out.
Yeah,
it folds out like a book cover or something.
I don't like that one.
Yeah. So what numerous people sent me via email or in social media messaging is, after hearing about the toe sucking story, they're going to 100% make sure that they put the safety latch on in the hotel room. Because if that was thrown, then the manager would not have been able to get in. But how do...
the door had to have been unlocked from the inside. Just the key card locker, the natural swing.
Because if you open the door from the outside, then if you have the safety latch thrown, then the door stops and only gets to crack open like an inch or two before. Yeah, so I've had numerous people say they will never go to a hotel again without latching that safety latch inside. Yeah. And by the way, Andrew says there is a tool, though, to open that from the outside.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube videos where they can get in still, but still, that's awful.
What I was about to say was, I just hesitated a minute ago, and I lost my train of thought. But when I hesitated a minute ago, I was about to say, well, then there's got to be a way to get in even with the latch thrown. So I don't know if you've got some kind of sicko toe sucking.
Yeah, if they want your toes bad enough, they're going to find a way.
Yeah. Crawl through the air conditioning vent.
If somebody wants to suck my toes that bad.
They'll be shipping you through the air conditioning vents like it's Ocean's 11 or something. All right, hang on. Quick break. We're back in a minute. We got one more solid chunk of the MJ Morning Show to go, and we'll give away Aerosmith tickets next. Promise. Aerosmith tickets within minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. If you missed it earlier, man, I'm sorry. I just had to play it again. That is a goat that appears to be yelling help. That was mistaken for an actual human being in the woods yelling for help. People called the police. Where was this?
Some little town in Oklahoma.
Enid, Oklahoma.
Hey,
That's right. Yeah, we told the story earlier. It's hysterical. Hey, Andrew, did you get the video up on Videos Mentioned? Is that up? If not, get it up. There's body cam footage of the Enid, Oklahoma police officers, two of them running to the sound of somebody yelling for... And someone said, oh, my God, someone's yelling for help. The police arrive. They follow the sound of the voice. And it's a goat. It's a goat going... And that just reminded me of the screaming goat. Remember that? That apparently is a real goat, not a male screaming. So now we have, which people thought was a male yelling for help. And it's just a goat that got separated from his goat buddies. All right, the video's up. Very funny. If you want to see this, the video is up. You see two cops running toward the sound of somebody in distress. It's a goat yelling help. All right, so the video's up at mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com, and you click on Videos Mentioned. All right, let's give away Aerosmith tickets right now. And then apparently I said a bad word.
You did?
Oh, no. Roxanne's daughter has called me out.
She has.
Oh, no. All right, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's give away Aerosmith tickets, Amalie Arena, October 11th. It's their final tour. It's the farewell tour. Peace out, Aerosmith. Oh, did you hear Steven Tyler?
What'd he say?
He's like saying, maybe I ought to change the name from Peace Out and all that. Hold on, I got the audio. I'll play it in a minute. Let's go with caller 105. You know, Fester, Andrew just gave me the finger. Because Fester said we haven't done caller 105 in a while.
We haven't. I mean, we have now till the end of the show to take a winner. It's
Andrew,
nice.
Don't blame me. Fester. Fester said 105. Are you okay in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, because Andrew hates it when we do caller 100. I could do a caller 1005. All right. So, caller, I'd really like to do caller 104.7 because that's our real frequency.
So 1,047 callers.
Yes.
How do you like that, Andrew?
Yeah. We can do 104.7. We can be the 1,047th caller. All right. No, we'll do a caller 105 right now for Q105. Caller 105, 800-990-1047. So this gives a lot of people an opportunity to try for a while. So caller 105, call us now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So, you know, I have this guy that yells at me. Every time I give the phone number out, he's like, it's not an O, it's a 0.
I mean, technically he's right, but
yeah.
O is the common.
Right. We don't say Q105. Hey, you're listening to Q105. Hi, it's MJ. No, we say it's Q105. Right? I mean, we don't say it's Q105.
No. And if you have a 0 in your phone number, do you say it to people? Do you say 0 when no?
Some do, some don't.
Yeah,
okay.
Back and forth. But I mean, it's common.
I kind of switch off. Like in South Tampa, when I had a landline, in my old house, we had a 902 exchange. So we were like 813-902. And sometimes I would say 902, or sometimes I would say 902.
See, I'm more of an 813-310-8444 kind of gal.
Yeah.
And I think Froggy is an 813-310-8444.
Right. And that, of course, is Fester's private cell phone number. Mm-hmm. Look at this. Roxanne is now getting into the action of giving out Fester's private cell phone on the air.
Froggy's not here all week. Yeah. Somebody has to give my number out 25 times.
All right. So caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. Good luck. Andrew will turn things over to me. Hey, Andrew.
What number are you up to, buddy?
Andrew, give me... When you finish with 103, hand it to me on 104. Hand it to me at 104. So screen up to 103. Oh boy, I'm gonna disappoint somebody.
I mean, mean, this is
I'm going to disappoint somebody before I appoint somebody. All right?
that's odd behavior. Do we like doing that?
Yes, we do.
All right, so we should have 105 in a few minutes here. All right, so Roxanne, what did I do?
Oh boy, my sister just texted me, and apparently Daviana was in the car with her, and they're listening to the MJ Morning Show, and she heard you say something, and she said, "Angela, MJ said a bad word. MJ said a bad word."
What did he say?
What?
What?
What does she sound like? Some kind of socialite? What is she? Some socialite at the debutante ball? What? What is she? Lovey from the Gilligan's Island?
Lovey. What did MJ say that riled up the 5-year-old?
What bad word did I say?
You said stupid.
Oh.
Stupid is a bad word. When Mom says just the tip, that's over her head.
I mean, right.
But she's calling you out for stupid. See, I know how to not say bad words for kids.
Yeah, so you tell your kids, so one daughter would call the other daughter stupid, and so they probably, you're stupid.
Yeah, no,
So you tell them, don't use stupid, that's a bad word.
The thing is they know, they're starting to learn some of the real bad words.
Like you're a DH?
They know damn now.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so they're starting to, they don't realize that damn is worse than stupid and shut up. Shut up's bad too. Dummy is bad as well.
All right, so dummy, you're a dummy. Mm-hmm. You're stupid.
Dum-dum.
How about you're a poopy face?
That's okay.
Oh, poopy face is okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, that's what Mommy calls Daddy all the time.
What did I say? What was the context of when I said stupid?
Something was stupid.
This is stupid.
This is stupid. Oh, I can't believe this guy. This moron is stupid.
Stupid versus stupid.
Andrew, where are we? What number are you up to in the screening process?
Let's crack his mic.
I am. He is so engrossed. Hey, Andrew, what number are you up to? Yeah, he's so engrossed in it. He's up to 84.
Okay, we're getting there.
All right, hang on a minute. Hey, quickly, before I take the call, did you see what Brian Laundrie's mother apparently said?
Yeah.
I've had this actually for a couple of days.
I know you have.
I've had this story for a couple of days now. We just didn't get around to it. But this also gives me an opportunity to play our Brian Laundrie song one more time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, wow. We're now getting some more details on what... Remember, Brian Laundrie was the boyfriend of Gabby Petito. Remember that?
I mean, some people might have forgotten who Brian Laundrie is. Or
yeah.
not
Brian Laundrie was the guy who, he took his own life, but he killed his girlfriend, Gabby Petito, while they were on that kind of...
Out west,
Utah Drive. And
van living.
Yeah. So if you've not heard what Brian Laundrie's mother wrote in a letter to her son, I'll share that with you in just a matter of minutes. All right, we should be up to caller. Yep, we're up to caller 103.
All right.
All right, so the next caller is going to be 104. Of course, we're looking for 105. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
This is David from St. Pete.
David from St. Pete? Dude,
yes, sir.
I am sorry for the bad news. You're caller 104.
0.7.
Oh, man. David, he's got at least he has a sense of humor. At least
you should get something.
David, you almost got there, man.
Oh, man, I tell you what, from a cell phone, it's not easy. I think I have carpal tunnel. I just might have to sue you.
David, listen. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for trying. You're 104. I got to take the next line.
Hey, I understand, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks,
more tomorrow.
Look at that. All right, here we go. The next line is this. MJ Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We are well. Who is this?
This is Lisa from Waimama.
Lisa from Waimama. Well, Lisa from Waimama, you can take your mama to Aerosmith because you're caller 105. You win.
That is awesome!
Bam!
Oh, woohoo!
Lisa, congratulations. Yes, you are caller 105. We picked up a very disappointed David at caller 104 first. But
oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is awesome. Woohoo! It was just fantastic. Thank you so
so much.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for listening to the MJ Morning Show. I'm going to put you on hold, and Andrew will get all your information. You're going to Aerosmith October 11th, Amalie Arena, downtown Tampa, for the Aerosmith Farewell Peace Out Tour. And thank you again for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you. This is just an awesome day. Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right, hang on, Lisa. We appreciate it. All right, line 4. There we go. Hey, David was a good sport, huh?
Yeah, he really was.
He was a better sport than I would have been.
Hey, I mentioned Steven Tyler, and he put up a video, and he was kind of joking around. There was a social media video that he put up, and I'll play this for you. He's like talking about like the Peace Out name change.
I know you know this tour is going to be the stupidest, craziest thing ever, but I'm not so sure about...
Mommy! He said stupidest. Steven Tyler said stupidest.
He's naughty. Time out.
Let me play this.
I know you know this tour is going to be the stupidest, craziest thing ever, but I'm not so sure about Peace Out. I think we should call this tour LSD, Lead Singer Disorder. You know, nobody says it's Lead Strummer Disruption.
What is it? What is it?
What? Huh?
Lead singer disorder?
Is that what it is?
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
not even
Yeah,
sure.
lead singer disorder.
Aerosmith and the Crows. Wings O'Plenty. Why don't we call it Wings Across America?
So he's kind of busting on the name, the Peace Out Tour.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is a sucky name. I mean, if you're being honest, Stephen, but those two that you thought of are even worse.
Yeah, they really are.
The terrible story of Brian Laundrie and the demise of Gabby Petito. It has come out now in a court filing that Brian Laundrie's mother wrote a letter to her son where she spoke of baking a cake with a shiv baked in the cake to help him if he were ever sent to prison for the death of Gabby Petito. Of course, he ended up taking his own life. They found him in the wildlife preserve. Yeah,
Something like the Hoochie Lacoochie or
yeah, the
something like
Hoochie
that.
Lacoochie. That was exactly it. Yeah, in the court filing down in Sarasota, Pat Riley, the former Knicks coach, who is representing Joe Petito and Nicole Schmidt in the lawsuit against the Laundries. That's the parents of what? It's not the
Pat Riley, the decorated Laker coach that won championships.
Yeah.
You referred to his time with the Knicks.
He
was with the Knicks.
Yeah, he was with the Ricks.
Yeah, but,
Knicks.
but he was the coach of the Lakers when they
He
won.
was with the Ricks too.
He was with the Ricks, the Knicks, the Pricks, the Dicks. I mean, all of them. He was. I better stop.
He won with both of them.
So in the court filing in Sarasota, Pat Riley, representing the Joe Petito and Nicole Schmidt, they have a lawsuit against the Laundries. They're arguing for the release of that burn after reading letter written by Roberta Laundrie to Brian Laundrie. And this is to prove that they were totally, fully cognizant of Gabby's murder back in August of 2021. I'll bake a cake and put a shiv in there? What the hell?
That's
Remember this?
I heard the story on the evening news. They found remains and a couple of clues. Sounds like someone's paid their dues. It was Brian Laundrie. Pick a bone up, dig it to the ground, scoop him in a bag, shake him all around. In the Mayakahatchee campground, it was Brian Laundrie.
The Mayaka, what was it?
Mayaka-lahakahatchee? I mean, I'm all for Indian names, but some of them are really
Whatever the heck the name of that reserve, preserve, whatever. So, hey, at least the story gave me another chance to play the Brian Laundrie song. Yeah. Hey, last thing before we get out of here. Remember Bo Jackson? Remember the whole Bo Nose?
he was going to come to the Bucks. And, yeah.
Remember that Bo Nose football, Bo Nose baseball? Yeah, here's an old commercial from like the late 1980s. Like what was it, like 1989 or something?
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football.
I mean, the audio quality.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Bo Knows,
Bo knows tennis?
And then John McEnroe.
All the biggest names in their sports at the time.
It's the whole Bo knows. And the thing was because he was a baseball player, a football player.
Yeah,
He was one of the first two-sport athletes.
Listen to this. Bo knows hiccups. Bo has been hiccuping for the last year. It's like the hiccup girl, but it's Bo Jackson now.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. How about, did you know that? Hey, Bo knows.
All right, that's a new Nike commercial.
Yeah, Bo knows. Hey, listen, I feel bad. Yeah, remember his athletic career ended prematurely. There was a premature evacuation from his athletic career because he had some injuries. But apparently he is 60 years old now, and he has not stopped hiccuping for a year.
His doctors have been trying to scare him. But
Yeah.
hasn't worked.
No, I guess not. Yeah, so Jackson recently revealed that he's been hiccuping every day, and it's been about the last year.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah, so Bo knows hiccups. Bo needs to know a cure. And I feel bad for him, but I haven't heard about Bo Jackson in years, and now we got to hear about him and hiccups. Wow.
Get better, Bo.
All right, listen, we had a couple of hiccups on today's show, but everything ends up in the end. Did we have any hiccups today? I don't think
No,
we
but Bo caused a little hiccup when Bucks drafted him, and he said no thank you.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Hugh Culverhouse is a scumbag. That's why.
We got to roll. Folks, we'll have another pair of Aerosmith tickets tomorrow. We will start Tablet Tag on Monday, giving away 40 Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablets thanks to two college brothers moving and storage. So full details on that process tomorrow. And listen, a great Friday show on the way. If you want to drop me a note, MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Folks, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And let's be careful out there.